This episode is brought to you by the Smile Death Lifestyle brand, a small brand trying to live big dreams. With fresh new winter gear that just dropped on the website, check out www.smilexdeath.com for all sorts of swag, stickers, and car fashion accessories. We also just dropped the Smile Death Car Shop Kuroshi collaboration windbreaker. Again, that is www.smilexdeath.com. What the fuck is up, everybody? It's your boy Damien. Today is the third part of our media appreciation. We are massive fans of media. To be honest, media is, in my opinion, pretty much the lifeblood of drifting. It is the way that people get inspired. It gets to show, the newbies what's going on. It gets to expand tracks and give people ideas of where they can drift. Without media, we'd be fucked, to be honest, as a drift community. So we like to give back, and today is one of those episodes. So we are on part 3. This is pretty cool. Let me bring in the good old co-hosts. I see them scrounging in the back doing weird stuff. Chad's like a little rat. He's always like running around like in the walls, like doing fucking weird shit. Let's see what he's doing. Let's just pop him in. Mr. Chad Chmahowski!
Hey.
Here
I am.
There he is. How you doing?
Oh, just
Today?
faring the shitty weather outside.
Yes.
Full disclosure, if I go dark, it's because my power went out.
So my power...
Storm.
Yes, my power already went out. Luckily, we have a pretty good chance that the show can keep going with me and you being able to control the stuff.
Yes,
so for everybody in the chat and everybody watching live, if this goes down, just fucking bear with us. It'll be hilarious, actually, if it does. So,
yeah, it'll be great. Can't wait for that.
No, yeah. So I know Rich is out of power completely, which is funny because he was for once actually going to fucking get on, which is crazy. What up, Leah?
I swear.
What's up, everybody in the chat? Let's bring in that motherfucker. I told him, I was like, you can get on your phone. He's like, my phone's at like 18%. I'm like,
of course it is.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Let's bring in this, the second co-host of the hour, of the day, of the fucking season. He's been angry this last week, so I think he's chilled off a little bit. He's had a little bit of a hothead. We were yelling at him. Mr. James Carper, ya mom. Already fucking... That's dangerous.
Gotta clean these things off,
I wish you
get the pizza, you cut the pizza.
Put it back in the drawer
man.
just with your saliva on it. That'd be fucking hot.
I am the dishwasher,
Yeah, that's true. Harry's talking shit. How is he out of power? Because Harry's in that area. That's funny. What if he turned off all his lights? He turned off all his lights and lit a candle.
Power, guys.
He lit a candle to be like, I don't have any power. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
He would do
see
that.
that,
That's
yeah.
something he would do.
He
absolutely.
definitely did have an accident right down the street though from him, which is very common. Like his street is fucking dangerous. So
He took the LS and just drove into the He's like, I'm not doing it.
Oh fuck, we have the podcast tonight. I better ruin this.
Worth every minute.
That is
Yeah,
funny.
that sounds like him.
He's for sure working on his car right now in a fully lit garage.
Yep. That's funny. Oh, that's the wrong one. Speaking of media, I got my Elitor X Lardell sticker in today. That's pretty sick. I have my cardiac arrest shirt on. Boop!
Other side. There you go.
Stuff is weird. Yeah, this storm's pretty wild. I guess it's like, I don't know, it's really dumping everywhere. A lot of people are like...
It's dumping here, but not near as windy as it sounds like it is for you guys and Rich.
It's windy as fuck here.
Super windy.
Super windy.
Yeah, wild. Yeah, definitely people... Yeah, exactly. Somebody smoked the power line. That's what happened around here, too. I was, like, getting ready to shower, and it was, like, lights out, and I was like, ooh, we getting sexy. And then just the lights came back on, and I was like, whatever.
Well, somebody smoked a power line. I want to smoke a power line.
Fell asleep on the shitter, woke up just in time for the pod. Let's go. Hell yeah. That's fun. Do you actually fall asleep on the shitter? I've never fallen
I could
asleep.
never do that.
No.
It's not comfortable enough.
Yeah.
You must have a heated toilet seat.
I feel like I could do it, but I haven't, and that is honestly kind of surprising.
You know what? I'm surprised.
You.
Yeah, you slept in some really weird spots, so I'm actually surprised you never did either.
Yeah.
That's funny as fuck.
That's when you're at Vibes, you can sleep in the bathroom in one of the stalls.
Oh, that's gross.
Here.
Imagine a porta potty, like falling asleep in one of those,
Oh
and like,
God,
or passing out, and then it's like fucking baking, like it's super hot.
not ideal.
So I'm glad I don't like drink heavily. Let's jump into the pod today. So today we have two guests. We are changing the format a little bit. We are going to be doing. We usually did 3 media guests. And I think both the first and second episode of the media podcast went great. The only thing was, looking back, I would like to, because it goes on for so long, I want to make sure that people got the attention that they deserve, because we really want media folks to be seen and heard. So we're going to switch it to 2 guests per episode. Again, there's no like time. This isn't like a time constraint episode. So where's Brian? So he doesn't like fucking bitch. It's 9:01. I was yelling at him today already, so I'm surprised he's not in here. But anyway, yeah. So that's the new format. So it's gonna be 2 guests now per media podcast, and the next podcast I'm going to announce the next 2 media that are going to be up. I have to do the random drawing and shit, and we'll pick them and we go that way. So. Oh, bang! He's there.
You heard his name like fuck.
Yep. He had to quickly get his chat up and be like, fuck. I love our people. Brian, I love you. Honestly. I love everybody in the chat. I love all of our supporters and just everybody. This has been such a positive experience. I keep thinking back to like, this is 28 episodes. Like, it's getting fucking crazy.
We should stop.
Is there, you said you love everyone in the chat. Yeah, 28 done. You said you love everyone in the chat. I was really like, I wanted to say like, except for, but then I was scrolling through the chat. I'm like, no, like everyone here is cool. So,
everyone here is so
like,
fucking cool. Yeah, we have such a cool, like, I don't know. The pups, that's what we're calling them, because it's so fucking weird. And Chad hates it. I can tell Chad fucking hates it. Look at his face.
Man, I do not like that.
Justin's got the believers. We got the pups.
Yo, our pups.
Hell yeah.
And look at this motherfucker. In the goddamn chat, when does James get nude? Rich,
Oh my God.
get on your phone, you jerk. No. Do your thing. I understand. That power out sucks. Hey, anyway, let's fucking get to our first guest. So our first guest is another East Coast homie. His power went out. He messaged me and was like, oh, fuck. And then I got a text. I got a message right after that. Was like, no, we're good. Because that's probably the same shit that happened to me. It like went out and I was like, fuck. And then all of a sudden it came back on. But it is Mr. Javi.
Hey,
what is up?
What's up?
So it is Javier, right? I just know you as Javi. That's
Yeah,
everybody
Javi,
calls
Javier.
you. Yeah.
Tom calls me Javi.
Yeah, I can see that. That's so funny. Welcome to the Pile Up Podcast, man. I am super stoked that we got you on, and yeah, we're getting into some shit. So first of all, I think I met you through Stonebeck, I believe.
Probably.
Yeah, that was the first time that I actually got to like meet you and stuff. And I don't remember where that was at. Probably Club Loose or something. But that was going a little while back. And then since then, just I've always seen your media, your photos. You got some really rad shit. I think of us too. Like I've seen like you did I think a video collab with the
992, yeah.
Yeah, from Final Bout. Like yep. And that was really cool. Yeah, you're doing good stuff.
I'm all over the place.
Yeah, you are. That's sick. That's sick. And where are you from exactly? Are you Philly, Jersey?
Yeah, Philly.
Philly. That's what I thought. Okay, sick. Oh, look, no power gang. Other people.
No power.
That's sick. Cool, man. So the way this works is we're gonna ask you a bunch of questions. We have some media to go through, and then it's just a free for all. You know, we want to talk. We want to get to know what makes you click. You know what I'm saying? See what I did? How fucking lame was that?
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm about to write it
I want to
down.
leave.
Yo, you know what sucks?
I want to go.
It sucks because we were just talking about Rio and what he's doing, and I think of that when I'm doing stuff. I'm like, fuck, that's super cheesy. He's gonna clip that. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm sure anything you say that's dumb.
Yep, which is
Go to the internet.
which is everything. So
Say everything we say is dumb.
yeah,
so.
yeah. He's got a plethora of fucking shit. I'm sure.
We're stupid as fuck.
All right, let's see here. And Javi, let me check your levels really quick. Say what up.
What's up, everyone?
Is that good? He sounds good to me.
hope
I think it sounds good.
Sounds good? Okay.
Guess it's just me.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. I
I'll
just want
just
to make
shut the hell up.
Yeah, no, it's auto leveled, so we want to make sure we can hear him, but at the same time, it should be auto leveled. If anybody in the chat cannot hear him while we're doing this, please just yell at us and we'll turn some shit up.
Yeah,
So,
tell me to speak up.
yeah, there you go.
No, you're
Let's get
good.
you. We'll get you all personal with that microphone. So first, let's get into your artwork. We're going to get into the pictures and just tell us through each one, you know, like if there's a little story behind it or just why you picked it out of the 5.
Okay.
And then we'll go through it. So for anybody, this is his information. Make sure you give him a follow. Yep.
I'm gonna send him an email.
Yeah.
Email
right
him.
now. I'm sending him an email.
Get some.
name. I got it all.
Let's jump in. So first picture, which is absolutely fucking gorgeous.
This one's my favorite.
Is
I
it
honestly
out of
don't
everything?
remember
Yeah.
all the 5 pictures, but this one I know I sent.
Mm-hmm.
I love this one for many reasons. I mean, the leading lines in it.
Yeah.
But ultimately, like, when I take pictures, my goal is to picture it on a wall. And I think this is like a perfect
Oh,
example of
yeah.
what I would have on a wall or what I would like someone else to have on their wall.
That's interesting. That's really neat because that's like a cool way to look at it. Like, so artistically, that's literally like, I never thought about that. Like when I look at stuff through a lens, I think of how it's going to come across in video because I mainly do video. So I'm like looking at like the motion, you know?
Yeah.
But for a photographer, I never actually even thought to like ask that question. Like what's going through your head when you're like your main focus of your art? Like that's fucking rad. Cause this, I could see this being in like a dealership, like a high end dealership, like on the
Hey.
wall. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's like that artistic style. That's really cool. Very magazine too. I see
Looks very
magazine.
magazine.
Yeah.
Magazine, even like
Right.
when I first took this shot, like the first thought I had was, man, this looks like something out of Need for Speed.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
sick.
hell yeah. It is super rad, and like I'm not artistic, but like the 3 red lights in the background are sweet. Like I don't give a shit about that green light.
Yeah.
My wife just threw a little burrito at me. Hold up. It's got this burrito thrown at me.
Nice.
Anyways, but also this car is fucking rad. Like
I love this
picture
car.
is sick. But like full car modify S15, that is fucking cool.
And let's talk about the space in the back. What like nobody's behind us.
Oh,
Behind
yeah.
That's crazy.
Nobody's
That's
behind.
insane. This is in Philly, right? You're supposed to
Yeah.
Philly?
This
Yeah.
was actually crossing a bridge going into Jersey. So
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
one
yeah.
of those bridges, but
Mm-hmm.
There's always traffic there. To get this like
Yeah.
opportunity where there's
It was
nobody behind you, this is pretty cool.
I feel
right.
like not that often do you get like little traffic over there. So.
no, I think this was maybe right after COVID was lifting, so
Mm.
we were just starting to get comfortable with hanging out with each other.
Yeah. Right. They're still social distancing even on the
Yeah.
highways.
That's why I'm in the other car.
Yeah. Right. That's funny. Did somebody ask? Is this the Ben Franklin?
I think so.
Okay. I don't know
know it's
any.
where Penn's Landing, so Alex, if
Okay.
you know where Penn's Landing is, it's right next to it.
Yeah. No shit. Whose car is this? Because this is fucking sick. I don't think I've ever seen this.
I've never seen this
Novak's
car.
car.
Is it?
It looks
Yeah,
like his
yeah.
drive.
a little
It's
bit.
one of his S15.
Yeah.
What the
One of
fuck?
the million.
I don't. I only knew of the red one and the blue one.
So he had this one for a little bit, and
Okay.
then I haven't seen it in a little bit.
Yeah. Normal Stonebeck things.
Yeah.
No shit. Well, that's rad. That's super sick. Let's check out the next one. So this is cool because one of the things I will say is, and I don't honestly like you don't see it a lot. People seem to like focus a lot for the standard. Here's the car. It's in focus. Everything else is out of focus. Nothing in front of it. And I thought this was like a wild picture to me because like with the blur of the media and stuff, it's very like I don't know. This is like colorful and artsy to me. Like this is an artsy shot.
Thank you.
So what was going on like in your head here? What was this choice?
So recently, I've loved just like dragging the shutter and trying to see how slow I can take it and get something cool.
Mhm.
And as you just mentioned, like this is very artsy and colorful, and color is one of my favorite things.
Mm.
So the raw of this photo pretty much just looks like this, and then I think my favorite part's probably going to be how the moon eyes is focused on the Miata headlight.
Yeah.
but also the two cars mixing it with the media.
Yeah.
My
It's-
whole intention of the photo.
No,
It's
that's
wild
cool.
to me because it's like the foreground is blurred, the background is blurred, but in the middle it's in focus. I can't even fathom how to make that look like a
That's like my favorite thing to do.
like I don't understand how that even works in my head.
Right.
Dude,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
like light painting for me. Like I just don't understand it. I understand it. It still just doesn't make sense.
I wish I removed the drone though.
Yeah, we talked about that in
Yeah,
the last
yeah,
one.
Yeah.
Those fucking drone guys. They just need to get like zoom lenses on it. You know what I mean? So they can hang back.
Get like a helicopter point of view.
Right. Yep. Those are the best anyway, honestly. In my opinion, when you watch like the drone footage is like a good like a video game follow. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Like a
It's
replay.
crazy.
Replay follows are
The
sick.
drone drivers are so good. I could never
They
do
are.
something like that.
Yeah, same. Yeah, this is sick. Let's check out the next.
My favorite track, USA.
I was gonna ask.
I
yeah.
love this track so much, and this photo, it just feels like a roller coaster, and they call it the
Yeah.
roller coaster of love.
Yep.
But I just like how busy this photo is. Really,
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's neat. It's a lot going on, which is cool too. Especially because they don't really run. You don't see media from this direction as often either.
no. Reverse is sick too.
Reverse is definitely sick. Yes, it's
pretty
taken. I need to do more of it. I was getting a little like I don't know, thrown into it the first time we did it. Second time was fine though. Second time I was actually like decent, but first time I was like, holy fuck, this is way harder.
And then
No,
just like
that's
this
cool.
decel zone after going off the wall. Mm-hmm. That just feels so cool in a car. So
Yeah.
there's a lot. I feel this photo.
No, that's cool. It's neat too because like so being your favorite track, like you remember this moment in time and then you captured it, so it brings you back to standing there, which is
For
really,
sure.
really, really cool. Like you know,
How
and
many-
that's
How many times have you been out there? Because you're East Coast, right? Philly,
Yeah.
Jersey area, whatever, right? So how many
Um,
times have you been out there?
I think 3. My first time was at Gallery, which was perfect. Oh,
maybe that's
great
where I
effort.
met you. I think it might have been 2019 at Gallery.
it could have been. I think we might
Yeah.
have been pitted very close to each other. I
Yes.
know Moon Power is next to Front Street, and that's who I'm usually hanging out with.
Yep. And we were aside of Faction. We were right aside of Frankie.
So then, yeah, we probably
I was
met there.
Yep, I was with Rich, and Frankie and them were like right aside of us, and we were like all hanging. I bet you that might be it. No, that's sick.
Did Frankie drive Gallery?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's probably the last time he drove his car.
I have a couple of pictures of him, and that's like the last time I have him.
Really? Yeah. It might be. I don't know. It's been. He says. I think from what I've been hearing, this might be the year that he's coming back. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
I
I
fucking
think it's
hope
going to
so.
be next year.
Is that what
Yeah.
you think? Yeah.
That was the
Not gonna
biggest
be done
we'll
this
see
year.
out of James. Yeah, we'll see.
Wait, what? What?
No, you just like that's not gonna happen. No shit,
Yeah.
no shot. He's driving this year.
That's cool.
Or at least at the end, like sleigh
Yeah.
ride.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hopefully you get something in. I mean, he steals people's cars, so that's good. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You got to get some kind of feeling.
I would love to see him drive his car though.
Yeah. So this was recent, right?
This was 6, yeah.
6. Mm-hmm. And you were there for 5 as well.
I think I skipped that one.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
So you were there. So,
I went to Gallery 4 and 6.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And we didn't get to go to 4.
Was what 4 was Gallery year, right?
No.
No.
Or no, Gallery was 4, Gallery 5.
I think Gallery was
Gallery?
like 3 or 3.5.
Yeah.
Is that how it was?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, because James,
hard.
that was when we went up to Thompson with the very first team. Like, hey, we're a team now. Was 4. Yeah, because that's
Wait,
when they were
That's
white.
right, that was 4. Yep.
Because
Yep.
we just almost made it, and then Auto Real Dream I think got in and they went.
Yeah, they paid more than us. I don't know how. Like we pulled a lot of money
Yeah, I don't get it.
for judges.
Yeah, if you're
I don't
you're,
hear this in a media meetings.
yeah, right. Yeah, if you're curious, if you want to know how to get into final bout, they take payoffs.
We just weren't rich enough.
We were, yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Leah, can I
That's a
ask
good
what
question,
gallery
actually.
is versus special stages or regular face final bout? So gallery was like there was no special stages for that year. It was only one event, and their gallery was like invitational from a lot of the teams that have participated and a lot of like random special guests. It was really cool. It was like super super fun. I got some of the best media I've ever taken in my life from that event.
Yeah.
and
Oh my God.
Yep, I loved it. That was really, really fun.
So did Rich.
Yeah, well, he won, so I forgot.
His opening and shit. Like,
No, gallery was super sick. I honestly, it would be cool if they did more, but as we're in a team, it's more fun to, of course, drive with the team, but it'd be cool if, like, there was, like, another event that was, like, split up, like, later on that was, like, done as well, because that would be cool. I mean, it'd be expensive as fuck to do both.
was gallery, like the competition side of gallery, was it like judged solo laps, or was it like tandem?
I think it was just solos.
Solo. Yep.
Dude, I might do good there.
Chad says no.
I drive solo laps all the time.
Dirt. Yeah, but you drive them into the dirt all the time.
Yeah, but that's
Just
when I
stay
drive
on
with
the track.
people, right? So like I drive solo laps well.
Whatever you say, buddy.
That's funny. Yeah, I guess you know what Juan is right. Friendship Cup has kind of taken the gallery vibe from that. That is true.
I've
That's
never
pretty
heard of
sweet.
Friendship Cup.
Friendship Cup is Steve and his boys from Scrapeyard, and I think something else. Steve's in the chat here. He could actually tell us more. But this year it's literally the weekend after Final Bout. So it's another like kind of like invitational
Main or special stage?
This will be on main. Yep, this will be on main. So right after Final Bout 7, 6?
Whatever.
Oh, this
year,
is the
man.
10th year Final Bout.
10th year, that's right.
This is going to be a crazy year.
10th year. Oh, and Steve's saying 2 weeks. Thank you. I'm an idiot, so yeah. So only 2 weeks after, which is sick.
Thanks,
so yeah. But no, that's gonna be fucking rad. Yeah, gallery was cool. I wish you guys, Chad and
I would have
James.
loved to gone. I would love
Yeah.
to drive just a gallery. It'd be cool to drive without you guys.
All right. No, I get it.
You
I get
already
it.
drive without James. And I pretty much drive without you. The only person I can't shake yet is Rich because he's always on the fucking track.
It's
Yes.
such bullshit, Chad. I feel like you and me have done the most laps together out of any of you guys. Like,
I mean, yes, up until the cars were white and
Just
yellow,
not-
and
yeah,
then your
just
car
not in
just
this
stopped
car.
working. Yeah, yeah. I still probably have the most laps with you, but as of late, it's Rich.
it's
Yeah.
fine.
That's
I'll let
that's
it
so funny.
go.
That's so funny. Yeah, yeah, I like that shit. That was fun. That was a funny year
you.
because Rich didn't want to go. That was like the first time he ever drove the Chaser, really. Like actually got some laps in it. And he was like asking me and Diego, who went he was with him, but he was like, should we go? I think I'm just going to stay home. And he's like, do you guys think it's going to be okay? And we're both like, sure. And we don't
Well,
care. It's not our car.
The gallery was actually the first time he ever got
Like-
laps in that car.
Like got like serious laps.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I'm
he
pretty
drove
sure.
2 laps before and broke axles
Yep.
both times or some
Yes.
shit. Like,
Yep.
yeah.
And that's what he was saying. He's like, I don't have enough axles if they break. And I was like, nah, you're good. And I'm like, I just wanted a free trip to fucking, you know what I mean, gallery.
Hell yeah.
And then it ends up that he won, which is fucking hilarious. So that's how it works
You
out.
are.
What's that?
You're such a good friend.
I'm a
for
good friend.
Forcing
I'm a
him
good
to go
friend.
do that to get a free trip.
I do that kind of stuff. I'm a scumbag.
Free
fine.
trip and he won. I mean, it's a win-win.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's a win.
Absolutely.
Jesus. All right, let's move on. I'll fucking talk about that all day. That was a funny story. That whole situation was a funny situation. Next
That was
photo.
This is cool.
So this one
This is sick.
at, I think it was the first LZ World Tour and Drift Week at E-Town.
Okay.
I don't know what year that is. Probably
Mhm.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
But this one just feels like a video game.
It looks like a video game.
I like how I was able to squeeze in Jeff, but also get Adam into.
Yeah. What do you remember what size lens?
I think 18 to 25. It was probably my kit lens that I had on actually.
Okay. Yeah. No,
I don't
that's
have
sick.
anything crazy as far as gear.
I believe in some stuff with gear being able to get like the crazy, no matter what you point it at, it's going to look sick, but like the artistic eye is what stands out. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
It's
So
the knowledge.
right. And this shows that you have that eye. No, this is pretty cool. Is this is main track, right?
This is backtrack.
back. Yep.
I think they're coming off of Tree Turn, or they might be coming down the hill.
Okay. Yeah, that's a really cool picture. I like the lighting too. I'm a big lighting nerd. And of course it sucks because I can't show like super high res of this. Like when I look at it, when I'm putting it on the PowerPoint presentation, it looks so good. And then like it still looks fucking rad, but to see like the actual quality of it, I wish everybody could and actually see it and enjoy it. But I think they understand.
It probably looks so much better in full res, but I almost love like the grainy
green?
look.
It's
Yeah.
sick,
Mhm.
too.
Yeah, like it actually
I'm
looks
not,
pretty
I'm not
fucking
bad
cool.
with the green.
Yeah.
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 People are starting to add noise to their stuff. I've
It looks
been
more
noticing.
video gamey.
Is
Mhm.
that shit loud or what?
What'd you say, Hobby?
No?
Adding the green is fake film.
Yeah, exactly.
I
That's
love it. Yeah.
I see
that's
it.
that's what they're doing. I mean, even like video, that's like a big thing right now. Is
Mm-hmm.
like they're adding all the noise and playing with like different like color spectrum noises and stuff, and it's getting pretty wild because it's making things look different. It has like a raw feel, you know,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool. I just did it to the video I put out for the Aceto thing. I put like some grain in that, you know, just to keep it fucking floating. All right.
Film.
Let's see. We got people. I don't like when people add grain. It's definitely faking the funk. I feel that if you're, but Steve is one to take like actual like film.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's actual
So
green.
he knows what he's doing with an actual like film camera. I get that. But it is getting very common.
It is.
Yeah.
Can't deny it.
Hey,
Let's-
my screen went back to normal colors for about half a second. Just
No
so you
shit.
all know. Yeah.
Nice.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
I have to think.
Yeah. I like that. We're fixing it. His Javi's photos are fixing your
It
computer
is.
right
It
now.
might be- it has not gone back to normal for like 3 weeks till right now. So
Have you smacked it?
Nah, it's gonna break it again.
I wish it fucking fell over. Oh my god, that's great. All right, let's check out this next one. This is sick too. I love this, like fucking. I don't know. The ghosts of the media and stuff are like crazy
My
looking.
favorite thing, man.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought
it's
there was a
super-
tree.
No,
First.
dude, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I did too at first.
Mhm.
This was taken at a Tree Turn, I believe, East Coast Bash this past
Mm.
year. This is just another one of those shutter drags,
Yeah,
and then to get the full silhouette of the car with everything being pretty much filled. That sold it for me.
yeah.
I like that.
Wow.
Wow, that's cool. I've never seen photos like this, really, which is cool.
It's cool to see people's style. You know what I mean? Like, and as we do these media ones, it's really neat because I'm noticing the differences. Like, I can see it sometimes with photographers. You know what I mean? But like, I think that we do them like back to back. It's really cool because we get to see like the full style, and then you talking about it makes you like understand. You know what I mean? Like that you're going for creating an individual style in photos, just like skating. You gotta. You know, most people see two guys skateboarding, but a good skater is like, yo, that dude's style's sick. And
Yeah.
on the outside, they're just like, looks like two skaters. You know what I mean? So,
It's all about the steez.
You
So-
gotta edit.
That's all James is about. He knows that life.
All I know is these.
I mean, look
Sorry.
at him.
Yeah.
So, no, this is sick. This is Tree Turn. I'm trying to see like where I'm trying to put myself where you are at.
That's
So
what I was trying to do too. Like,
Right.
Yes,
there's
I know
no
where I'm
way I could have
standing. Let's
guessed.
see if you can.
So are you literally, I mean, it looks like the tree's there too. So like you're definitely hitting that tree, but are they right at the bunker? Like the first bunker?
Media's right in front of like the tree. I'm
Okay.
standing on the little pit road if you're gonna do like
Yeah.
backtrack or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm fully zoomed in.
Wow.
Oh no, I'm probably like halfway zoomed in.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's sick. That's super sick. Oh, we must have started something with the grain wars. We got 2024 grain wars. Leah saying it's offensive to film. I've been adding grain to my digital shots for years. Not all grain is created equally either. There's levels to it. I start posting featured media in title or description.
I think, was that attacking you? I'm not sure what that last part meant.
Yeah, he's saying he wanted to know who was coming in. I was doing that on purpose because I want people to not selectively choose which media podcast. I want everybody to be equal. You know what I'm saying? So, but I understand that too, because every single time I do it, I'm like, should I just put who's, you know what I mean, on the cover, like who it's going to be? But we advertise it though as well.
Yeah,
you know
think
what
the
I mean?
IG post is enough.
Yeah, but when people go back, which also, thank you so much to everybody that's like watching and listening. That I've been getting messages of people being like, I'm up to, like they just found us and they're like, I'm up to episode 16, and I'm like, that's fucking crazy. They're going through them all.
You need to quit while they're ahead.
Yeah, like you just spent
It only gets
97
worse.
hours of your life watching us.
You made it. If you made it past episode 2, you're a fucking champ.
Yeah, right. But that's
I
just
feel like-
crazy. It's
I
crazy.
feel like I want to rewatch the first 2 episodes and just see
No,
No, you don't.
no.
I cringe.
Yeah, it's
No,
pretty
like you
cringe.
just blow my
Yeah,
mind.
you guys
You're
just
just
live
hanging
stream you
out.
guys watching it.
Yo, that's what we should do.
We should do
Inception.
Live stream the live stream.
That's perfect.
I'd fucking cry. I'd be
Yeah.
like, God damn it. This
That's
isn't
funny.
good.
Yeah, episode 100 maybe. We like episode 100. We live stream us watching episode 1.
Yep, that's it. That's what we're doing. I
Not
love it.
making it to 100, so that's fine.
Yeah.
We're stopping at 99.
Yeah.
No, that's sick. No, yeah. No, yeah, we appreciate. I love to hear the feedback because we're new to this. You know what I mean? This is all new. So anytime anybody like give us the stuff. If you follow the socials, we always push it, and then I will write in the description, you know, eventually like who it's going to be, like stuff like that. But yeah, no, that's good. We love you. And fuck, I had something I wanted to say. Oh, about the grain. The grain stuff I've been noticing has started to be added to video game stuff a lot, and it changes the way the video game looks. So we have a friend. Do you know Jeremy? Jeremy he did like the rain stuff and like a lot of Seto things back in the day with us. When he used to make videos and stuff, I would watch him add this grain to it because he's literally creating he has to be a photographer and videographer inside a video game. So already it's digital, you know what I mean? And you're not going to get that film feel. But it was fucking cool. He would add the grain and shit, and it would instantly go from like being very video game-like to being like, this kind of looks fucking real. You know what I mean? Like it was really sick. So there's like a reverse of that too, I feel. But I do understand if you shoot on real film, being like, fuck the grain. You know what I mean? Like, do it real. Keep it real with the real grain. Anyway, let's move on. Is that the how many did we go through? Is that the last one? That is it. So you sent me a logo too, and I decided to, yeah, it was like a skunk thing.
Oh, that was for One Motion.
Got you. So it was funny. I didn't know what it was, and I tried to put it in here. I thought maybe it was like one of your logos, and that's what it did to it. So speaking of grain, I have no clue what it did to it.
What is that?
No fucking clue. I mean, it was like a skunk logo, but it was funny because I don't know. I uploaded it, and all of a sudden it fucking got weird.
That's so funny. Yeah, I meant to send that to myself, and it fell in there, and I was like, all right, well, let's put it in there.
That's great.
Wild.
Hell yeah. So let's get into some of these questions, man.
Cool.
Damn it! Now I kind of want to watch the first episode. I want to see how bad it is.
Dude, right? That's what I'm saying. Like,
No, we're gonna
awful.
definitely do it. Oh, we're gonna do a reaction to it, which would be
Yeah.
hilarious. That's fucking funny. So, first question: what made you want to take media? And I'm gonna pop up for everybody that is just joining us and didn't join us in the beginning. I want to make sure that your name is there and everything. So, let's see if that popped up. So, what made you want to take media?
I mean, I've always kind of been interested in creating things. I started really doing like media as far as like Call of Duty trick shot videos.
Yo,
Right.
hell
Always
yeah.
editing something or doing
Yeah, that's
something
sick though.
creative.
You got 360 no scopes though?
Yeah, that I'm about to.
Hell yeah.
You started editing, right? Like that's what it was. Like Call of
Yeah.
Duty?
I used to watch like all the trick shot videos, and I was like,
Oh,
"This
yeah.
is sick. I want to do it."
No
And so
way.
What,
engulfed
what
my
Call
world.
of Duty was that?
Modern Warfare 2.
The
Hell yeah!
best Call of Duty, God
that's
damn it.
it. Hell yeah! I remember watching that stuff from like Halo and stuff. Like all those montages were
Dude,
sweet.
it was crazy, and so I was
Yeah.
like, "I need to figure out how to do this."
Mm-hmm.
Did that, started growing up and figuring.
Started growing up.
Yeah, and I was like,
Oh, baby, it's
all right, well,
purple.
how can I keep this going? Eventually, through Jeff, I met Mark Lenardon, rest in peace.
Yep.
And I saw all of his videos. I was like, man, I want to do this next, and became obsessed. Eventually, picked up a camera and haven't put it down.
That's super sick. So you've known Jeff for the longest time, for like.
Oh
long.
yeah.
Okay. Are you? How did you meet him? Or are you guys?
Luckily, he fell in love with my mom's sister.
Nice.
He's an uncle to me. I'm very
That's-
blessed.
That's awesome.
He's my best friend, so we've
Yeah.
been in each other's lives for almost 10 years now.
That's super
sweet.
cool. Yeah,
Great.
hell yeah. He's a good dude. I'd like to try to get him on here too. He's just really hard to like.
Oh,
get
he's
to-
super busy.
super busy and just super, and he's a family man, and that's super cool because that's like priority for him. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But also just to get him is just gonna be like pulling teeth. I'm sure. I know he's hard. He's hard.
Yeah,
to get
but once you
hold of.
get him, it's perfect.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we have some stories. Me and him, we go back pretty fucking far. So it'd be funny to relive some of those. Did Chad freeze?
I think so. I just
Oh, he
looked at
definitely
him.
lost power. Yeah,
Here, hold on.
yeah, put him up.
Oh,
Yeah, he heard us. He
damn
heard us.
it! I don't even know how do I get me off of here? Damn it!
He's like, yeah, I gotta go.
That's
It's
super
funny.
fucking funny. Yeah, no shit. All right. Well, hopefully he'll come back. I'm sure he will.
Yeah, he'll be right.
So
Then
then
get
you've
on
all,
his phone, worst case.
yeah, exactly. So you've been shooting then for just a little bit, like
Yeah, my first event was in May of 2014 at Club
Mhm.
Boost, and so this May would be my 10th year.
okay, yeah, no shit, hell yeah. And what is the gear that you're shooting with?
So for photos, I got the most basic stuff, a little Canon Rebel T6i
Mhm.
with the kit lens, and then the 75 to 300.
Okay,
And then occasionally, depending on the event, I'll go out and rent stuff. Renting's
okay,
perfect.
yeah,
And then I've been dabbling in video the past like year or so.
Mhm.
And for that one, I have a nice Panasonic G7 and with
Okay.
adapter, and I do out the jazz.
yeah, no shit. Is that Micro Four Thirds, the G7?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's cool, but I do want to switch to like full frame.
yeah, yep. That's I use a GH5. And it's good for what I do because I'm not as good as like anybody in on these lists. Like you guys fucking
Yeah.
kill it, and I'm just kind of like dabbling, But for me, it's an okay camera.
Yeah.
but-
So we're in the same boat. You see the potential, but you could use a little bit more.
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Is that like expensive to rent lenses? Like coming from someone who knows nothing, but like
Not
compared to
really.
the actual cost of a
Um,
lens, like at what point is it worth it to just buy the actual lens rather than rent it?
Good
think
question, James.
I think it depends on how busy you are. So like for
Okay.
me, final bout, I will rent a lens because it needs it.
Right.
But for like a weekend, I think for like a 24 to 70, which is, don't quote me on this, I think maybe like a $2,500 lens.
Oh fuck, never mind.
But for a weekend, like 3 days, I think I pay like $75.
God damn, hell yeah.
Take it out Friday,
Mhm.
bring it back Monday morning, and like a Club Loose 2-day event is perfect for that.
Yeah, that's worth it for running it for a year. Like if you're
Yeah.
never gonna use it after that, that's crazy.
And then you can also like extend it too. So it really
Yeah.
depends on the camera shop and where you get it from.
You use a local shop for that stuff, or do you do
Yeah.
like the online stuff? Okay.
I go to a local one, New York Camera and Video. I
Okay,
know some
sick.
people know. of that
Yeah.
one.
Hey, he's back.
Bro, there's a fucking tornado outside my house right now. No,
Oh, yeah,
I
I
don't know
hope
how
your
long
house
this is gonna
flies
last.
away. Oh my god, if this tornado takes your door down before you do, you are gonna be such a bitch.
This is gonna be the craziest thing.
God damn it! I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, that's funny.
So yeah, I might not be here for too long. We'll see.
Well,
I
at least
fucking
your door,
hope so.
if we can watch your door rip off its hinges, but it's not from you kicking it down, but a tornado, I'll still count that. So,
That'll be worth it as long as it rips him out of the room after the door comes off.
wow, you're just gone.
And that was all chat.
Oh my god.
Oh.
That's funny.
My last pod.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Well, no, you were loved. We love you.
Thanks.
Yeah. Daxton's saying, yeah, makes sense to buy when you'll make more money with it than what it costs. That is true. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
And,
like it'd be cool for me to buy a bunch of lenses, but
hmm
it's just gonna kill
Yeah.
me financially.
Yeah. Yeah, I was.
No, and I asked that question completely not knowing how much lenses cost. So
Lenses can get crazy, man.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't
they're
guess
like hard parts.
$3,000.
At least the way I see it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, it is. Yeah, absolutely.
That's sick. What is your top 3 favorite memories from doing media? If you can remember some crazy shit.
I think, obviously, as we spoke before, gallery, that one will forever be in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Shooting Grid Life Atlanta, going to that track and experiencing playing that on Forza every day to real life.
Yeah,
Wild.
that's cool.
And then I'd say my last one is probably joining OMG Drift back in the day.
Oh damn, that's cool.
Yeah, so like when I first started shooting, they were just popping off. No, they were popping off and doing their thing.
Mhm.
My goal is like I want to shoot for these guys, and eventually, after some hard work, we made
Yeah,
it work.
that's awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. So you play a lot of like sim stuff too?
Yeah, I've been getting real into it lately. I've been playing with a lot of guys from like the faction Discord.
Yep,
Shout out
sick.
to them.
Hell yeah. I always forget about that. We should jump, chat. We should go in there and just fucking.
Terrorize.
It's the off
Terrorize.
season, y'all.
I don't know if you heard, but we have a Seto comp coming up.
That
That's
is true.
true.
Yep,
Yeah,
that is true. Yeah, we'll go in and terrorize. Just be dicks. No, I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
just crashing everybody.
I'll do
I don't
that.
know what I'm
I'll do
doing.
that for fun.
Yeah, I'm surprised, James. Even though you don't sim, I'm surprised you don't just hook your shit up just to ruin our time.
I should.
Yeah, that'd be funny. So Atlanta was a big deal for you, which is really cool,
Yeah.
right? And then what about like, do you have any dream places? Like, what's your dream event to shoot?
So my dream one passed. It's Super D Matsuri when like Naoki was here and all that stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
That one, just all the media from that is crazy, and I could only imagine what it would have been like to be there.
Yeah.
But as far as like future stuff,
Mhm.
nothing on top. I mean, I would like to venture out in like the music scene, or maybe
Okay.
even try like a different avenue.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I don't have any drift events that I'd want to shoot right now that are like I need
Like
to go
standing. Yeah. Like standing
Oh,
out.
actually, you know what? I lied. Drift Appalachia. I want to shoot the next
Mm.
shoot the next one again.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised
Yeah.
you weren't there, to be honest.
I was helping out
Oh,
on
sick.
Grid.
Yeah.
Thankfully, they helped me
Mm-hmm.
get some things situated, and I was
Yeah.
able to help them out.
Oh, fuck right. That's awesome. Yeah, hell yeah. What, yeah, that looked like so, oh,
Drift
man.
Appalachia is
It looked so cool.
crazy.
You know what? I gotta say something though. I've been watching videos from it. There's one thing that I don't know if anybody will agree with, but I think that the Naboris on the rail need to be taken down. It takes away from. Oh my God, Chad froze again. Let's look at him.
Oh,
How long has he been that way? It was noticed because you don't look at him.
That's so funny. I hope he comes
Oh,
back and he's literally like the doors ripped off. Like half. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
wish
the
that.
house
I
is
don't
in
wish.
pieces.
his glasses are like hanging off.
We're looking at his neighbor's house.
Yeah. He's all bloody in the background. Oh God, we're horrible people.
That's so fucked up, but that'd
But
be
I-
so sweet.
Right, as long as he's not dead, you know, you
Well-
can recover. Well, yeah, you wish him harm, but so no, that's funny.
Anyways.
Yeah, that fucking I love the idea of it, but I saw the Naboris in a few, and I was just like, man, I think they would be cooler maybe at the start and the finish, but in the videos and the stuff, it makes it look more like an event, which I like that it's an event, but I like the idea of that it looks street, it looks mountain, it looks raw, it looks like hit it, the cops are coming, let's fucking go, like back in the day.
Yeah.
So I get it from the understanding of having to promote and sponsors. I get that completely, but for me, I'm just like, man, I wish they weren't in this. You know?
No,
Like,
feel like-
I completely see you with that.
yeah.
I feel like it could be like an insurance thing.
I think
They're like,
Oh,
like
yeah,
I mean,
maybe.
if,
I don't
if
know
the
how they
flags
set
are
it
up in
all
the
up,
picture, yeah, like it could be stupid,
Yeah.
something stupid like that. If the flags are up in the picture, it was sanctioned. If you
Right.
see someone on the same
Oh,
road
that's
and there's no
true.
flag,
yeah, there was like a bunch
straight
of
to
locals
jail,
just like
you
lining
know?
up against like the
yeah.
hill.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I saw the houses were like pretty close. Like
That's
there was a
what-
couple
yeah.
like there, which is sick.
Everyone's sad. People are just like in their backyard, front yard, whatever, just watching. Like, that's crazy.
It was wild.
No, I bet.
Even
Super
just
rad.
like being in the car, Kyle Robinson, thankfully, he allowed me to like ride in his car and grab a couple clips, and just going
Oh, yeah.
up and down the mountain, it beats any track experience. Like
That's
as much
sick.
as I just said I love US Air, like
No, sure. It's a completely different
wild.
vibe. Yeah, it's a different vibe, especially when you go through a guardrail and you're going down fucking a mountain. You know?
yeah, you're just like oh man, like that's a squirrel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's not normal. It's like on a track, if you go off, you're like, oh fuck, it might be a barrier, but it's not like plummeting
Yeah.
to your death.
Yeah.
You go off Appalachia, it's like, oh fuck, it might be a bear.
No, right? Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Like not
All
a
I-
barrier, it's a bear.
Right. I just see like ping pong or like like a like down through the trees, like the car's just
Oh,
fucking
man,
like just
that'd be
banging,
wild.
right? Because I mean, so we'll move on. I wonder if Chad's gonna join us again. He's probably done. Maybe he'll join us with his phone.
I'm surprised he didn't the first time.
Yeah, that's true. Do you have any advice for drivers wanting to get more media of their car? I like to ask this because it involves we have a lot of drifters that watch this, which is really cool. This gives them, from a perspective of a media, person, what you look for or what you would kind of,
Okay.
focus towards. Like any advice, just any advice.
First things first. Personally, I have the hardest time shooting cars that are like not put together per se. Like I get some people are in it for the seat time, and like if their fenders are flying in the air and like
Sure.
half of your bumpers off, and like you showed up to the event like that, like have your day. But as far as like for me, I like to shoot things that look nice. So I kind of believe your car is a representation of you. And so, you put your car together and have like a nice presence around it. I mean,
Be proud of it.
be proud of it, and eyes will come toward you, and eventually the cameras will too.
Yeah, it's awesome because I mean we push style here a lot, as everybody knows. We're kind of dicks with it, but it's great to hear that almost every single media person has said the same thing too.
No
You know what I
one's
mean?
shoot an ugly car. I'm gonna say.
That's what I'm
like,
saying. That's right, and it sucks, but like if you're in the beginning stages of driving too, just drive. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Welcome
Hey,
back.
welcome back.
Hey, thanks.
Buddy.
Door's still here.
We're just glad that you're alive.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Some good comments since you left. What did Leah say? What the fuck was her one comment?
Oh, it just
It just flashes between clips of him clinging on for dear life.
like those the trailers for like exciting movies when an airplane rips open and it's like
Yep.
oh, I fucking wish.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what I was picturing.
we love you.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
Oh, look at this. She's being
That's crazy. I just read
Thanks.
that too.
she's a hater. She's a hater.
But there's a fine line between like trying to keep your car together and just not caring at all.
Right. Yep. And if you're in like a missile looking car, like you expect, unless you're driving super super hard, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that
like-
makes sense.
The one person I can think of right now, top of my head, Frito from Club Loose. He drives like the blue.
Yep.
BMW.
E36.
Um,
E36? Yeah.
I think so.
Might be.
Yeah, it's E36.
E36.
His car like doesn't. I've never seen it with full aero or anything. But he drives hard as fuck, and he's close with people. So
Right. Yep.
that tandem kind of helps him out with there. But if you're just solo driving with a shitty car, like I'm not gonna shoot it. I'm sorry.
No, yeah. I mean, I want people to understand that. I want people to hear that because I don't know. There's this weird thing I feel like when kids especially get right into drifting, they expect media. And you can't expect anything. You just need to worry about your driving. You know what I mean? Like, don't worry about media. And if you want to worry about media, record yourself driving so that you can watch and learn from the mistakes you're making. That's the only media you should really care about in the very beginning. But we all see it as soon as an event's done. It's like, anybody get any pictures of my car? And it's always the same people asking. So I love this question. It's really cool because I think all media usually agrees on the same thing. You know what I mean? Bring something, be proud of your shit, and it naturally just comes to you. So you said Club Loose, and that is definitely, I'm thinking, that's your home track, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're pretty close to it.
Nice little hour drive. You can't beat it.
Oh, you're lucky. And all
Which hour direction are you? Like, are you close to us or 3 hours from us?
he's closer to us.
Probably further.
Where you at? What's your address?
Well, you're like Philly.
I'll say it after this game.
If you're like Philly area.
I'm like Northeast Philly.
Yeah, so
Okay,
you're
you're like an hour
you're like an hour.
from me and Damien or something.
Yeah, like I'm like 40 minutes outside of Center City, so
Okay, yeah, just the same.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Oh hell yeah. And do you already, or do you want to get behind the wheel yourself? This is one of my other favorite questions because I love seeing the jump from media to drivers. It's like, I don't know, it gets me excited. And
So
watching
as you can
them,
see the sim behind me.
hell yeah.
I'm pretty dying to like get behind the wheel, and
Yeah.
thankfully before the new year, Jeff blessed me with allowing him to get some seat time in his car.
Oh,
So I have
that's
a little
cool.
bit of seat time, but
Yeah.
I'm dying to get my own car and just get out on track, and
Yeah.
hopefully I'll still
Which-
shoot, but
Which car did he let you
I was
drive?
just about to ask, like, which one?
the red one.
Okay, nice.
Ooh.
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Which of
Yeah.
the 7 S15s?
That red one's pretty wicked too, isn't it?
That
Yeah.
red one's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Jay-Z? That's a 1J, isn't it? Yeah.
2, I think.
Is it? Okay. Yeah, no
But if
shit.
it was my choice, I would like to drive his JZX or the blue 15, his wife's
Mm,
the SR.
yeah. And which JZX? The Chaser, not the Mark
Yeah.
II. Okay.
Chaser.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'll take both.
No, right. I got to drive with him in with that Chaser. That was pretty fun.
That car's sick.
Yeah.
He was
It's
Was that
wild
the one
being
I
in the
crashed
back
into?
seat.
Yes, James crashed into it.
You crashed.
I forgot about that. Yeah. So, well, J-Wang was so funny because he's like, do you want me to lead or do you want to follow me? And I was like, well, I don't trust my car because my power steering was going in and out. So I was like, I'll follow you because you can keep a good line. And he's like, maybe. And I was like, what does that mean? He's like, I don't know. I'm just doing dumb shit. And I was like, okay.
And then
I'm
like an hour later,
yeah. And then he fucking. I didn't see that though. I was in the pits and you guys went out. And I think it was
Yeah.
you, Rich and
yeah,
him.
Stoneback, me and Rich, yeah.
And yeah, you guys ate it. But yeah, he was so fucking. I love that dude. His smile and everything. He just makes me so happy. But he was literally like,
The world.
yeah, he doesn't give a shit. You know, he's just like, yeah, I'm just doing wild stuff. And I was like, okay, let's see
Dude,
what
his wild
happens.
stuff is so like consistent and clean. It
Yeah,
doesn't even feel wild.
no, he was
Being in the
yeah.
back of the chaser, that's a wild feeling. Everybody should feel.
Chad's dead. Look, Chad's dying right now. Hold on.
Chad, don't
Yeah,
die.
yeah. Oh, you
Chad
gotta
is
freeze.
actually dying.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
What the fuck is happening?
They're looting. They're leading.
He's watching
He's
the later get
broken
closer.
into.
I would, you know,
One way or
somebody.
another.
the
We're
doors-
watching Chad die live.
Yeah, yeah. And the
on
door-
stream tonight.
Hopefully
There was
the
a
door
bunch
coming down.
Shaking slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a large noise outside my window. So I was like, oh,
What a wild time. This is great. I mean, my grill
It
flipped
was.
over. Our shit was spread all over the lawn. I
Yeah.
lost power. Like, yeah, fucking what a night. That's sick. So sick. I'm glad, you know, you're working on the sim. I think I think Ethan's in here. Do you eat sim with Ethan?
Yeah, some of the Blink guys. I'll
Yeah,
do
Blink
them.
dudes. No, that's
Everybody.
sick.
I'm down to drive for anybody.
Nice.
Yeah.
I might crash into you. I'm sorry, but I try my best.
That's what we all, yeah, it
it's a
happens.
game.
So, any advice for any upcoming media?
Just get out there and shoot. Fuck the gear.
Yep.
You can rent it
Hell
if you
yeah.
really need something to boost their ego, but I've been shooting with the same camera for like 6 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And I really don't plan on stopping until it stops for me.
Sure.
But yeah, like the gear doesn't really matter. Just go out and shoot, get comfortable, make friends, be friendly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably making friends too is nice because then you can ask all the questions and shit
Yeah.
too.
Nothing's
Media are
worse
so
than, like,
friendly too.
Being in an area where like you don't know any media and you're just like, man, like I'm doing this right
Mm-hmm. Have you ever had any like uncomfortable like
all the
areas?
time.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
so I kind of feel like I'm an introverted person unless like,
Okay.
you kind of really get to know me.
Yeah.
Even like out on track, like I'll talk to 1 or 2 people and be like, hey, what's up? But I kind of keep to myself. So
Yeah.
I know what it's like to feel out, but just shooting the shit with anybody, it seems like
Come on. I can hear you.
it seems like everybody's helping open the hand.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm used to media being really nice, but I feel like when I've been in like a bunker and stuff, everybody's in a different zone.
Yeah,
Their headspace is kind of like, I'm paying attention to this.
it's very
And-
standoffish.
Yeah. But then out, like when you're done inside, they're like, what's up? You know,
Yeah,
like,
it's
yeah. Yeah.
great.
Yo,
We're working.
when you got,
I'm sorry.
go ahead. No, you go
I
ahead.
was like, when we're
Here
in
for you.
the bunker, we're working. I was
Right.
in the bunker.
Yeah, I actually forget that when I'm in the bunker, I'm not really working. I'm just being a dingus. So I'm just like, oh, and everybody else is taking it serious. What were you gonna say, James?
I was just gonna ask, like, when you guys say there's like a couple of you guys in a bunker, like, is everyone like? I feel like if I was doing media, I'm in a bunker, like taking pictures, doing video, whatever. Like, I'd have both earbuds in. I'd be listening to some shit. I don't care what's going on around me. Like, I'd just be exactly that, like working, vibing.
Yeah.
Is that
I mean,
what it's like?
people
or
do that.
no?
I've seen people
Yeah?
in with both earbuds and like just doing their own thing, and that works out. I try to be very mindful of others, and like I don't want to mess up anyone's shots. So like I'm always stuck in like, oh, I don't want to be in your shit.
Yeah.
But then like you also gotta like watch it like, oh, I'm ducking this shot, but there's a car coming my way.
Yeah.
So
Right.
there's a lot to think about, but it's fun.
That's
yeah.
sick, man. And last but not least, any shout outs?
Man, there's so many people to shout out, but to kind of hit the nail on like the coffin, most importantly, Jeff. That's my best friend. That's like my mentor.
That's awesome.
He really helps me become the person who I am.
That's
Or,
so cool.
If that made sense.
Yeah.
Another person is Mark Lenardin. Without his videos, I don't even think I'd be here.
Yeah. That inspiration and like push.
That man, I wish I could ask him so many questions, but you know,
Aw.
he's
Yeah,
watching
yeah.
over us, so
Yep.
that's the
Yeah.
best thing. And then lastly, you know, my family, everybody, we
Oh,
need
yeah.
family.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Well, I look forward to all the future stuff. Now I'm excited. I look forward to you driving.
I can't wait to drive. It's gonna be crazy, man. We should be on track. I'm gonna say this now. My car's gonna be yellow. When you see the yellow car on track,
Oh,
with some short little dude on there, that's
hell
me.
yeah. Hell
I
yeah.
can't
No,
wait.
we love it. No, that's super cool. Yeah.
How
I'm-
short are you?
I mean, I'm like
James.
5'7", so
5'7", you're taller than me. What the fuck?
I'm normal height, but it seems like everybody in the drift community is like above 6 foot.
There's a lot of monsters
Yeah.
in this fucking
There is.
Well,
community.
motherfuckers.
Why?
He's just a midget.
He's
Yeah.
not. He's not that. I do forget though. I love this. Stand aside of him like, oh, that's right. You're just a little guy.
Look where you are down there.
Just
Just
a
poke
little
him.
guy.
Every team has one gigantic person.
Yeah, that's how it seems to work out, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
one huge, except for Animal Style, they have two fucking gigantic
Yeah, that's just
people.
long.
Yes.
That's insane. That's that West Coast milk.
Mm-hmm.
I need to break up.
Milk in the bag. Get it from Cats.
Yeah, right.
Oh my god.
Something weird. I don't even know. Sick, man. Well, I really appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you for the advice. Thank you for sharing your artistry with us. I'm sure you'll be back. We're going to be doing all sorts of fun stuff. I want to revisit. I tell everybody, eventually I want to revisit in, once time has passed, I want to get all the media back to see any growth or changes, or did you give up and you just drive? You know what I mean? Like, because it could fucking happen. You know what I mean? So who knows? But I'd like to revisit everybody and fucking just, go from there. But thank you so much for your time.
Cool.
Let's do laps sometime. On a
Yeah,
show.
for sure.
Let's-
I am totally down. I'm actually about to do that right now after I eat some spaghetti.
Hell
So,
yeah.
if you guys
Hell
are
yeah.
still on and want to do some laps, I'm here.
Oh yeah.
Sick. Yeah. Cool. And we'll talk soon, I'm sure. And thank you so much for your time again, buddy.
Yeah, thanks. Great.
All right,
meeting you
brother.
guys.
Yep. Have a
dude.
good night, man.
Later.
Bye.
See you, dude. See ya. Awesome. I fucking forgot about you smashing into fucking J-Wang. I completely forgot.
Oh my God.
I was going to tell the story about how I almost hit him like 3 times that event, because like, you know what I mean, like he's like, hey, I'm going to do some dumb shit, and he was just going big angle, and then I forgot later on I hear, oh no, James crashed, and it's like, oh no, and it's fucking
else
him.
His
Yeah,
car was definitely way worse off than mine. So
that was
Sorry,
doors. He got the doors were pretty fucked.
no, I put my quarter into his front end. Like
Okay.
rad was smashed, intercooler probably, yeah.
Hmm.
Very good.
Then Rich hit my other quarter.
Is this in the
Nice.
coupe?
No,
this
this
is
is 33.
The Skyline.
Man, that car's seen
This
some
was-
shit.
Yeah, this was final about 2020, FSC
Mhm.
2020, right?
Yep, 2020.
21? 2020. Yeah.
I don't remember, but it's just a Thompson,
21.
whatever.
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a fun and miserable event for all of us, it seems.
Yeah, that's probably the time me and Rich ever did the most laps.
You guys did more laps there than I've ever did with Rich in the time that I've ever. Seriously. They were just out there because I was fighting demons the whole fucking time, and
You had a bad time.
I had a really fucking bad time, but it was a good time because you're there with homies. Like it sucked, but I was still like, I don't know. I think that's the best part about a team. You know what I mean? That's the very beginning of the team. Now, like if we go somewhere and like somebody gets fucked up, like it's still like it's a blow, but you're still like there with your friends. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it sucks
Not
a
all
little.
bad.
Sucks a little less. Cool. Let's get the next media person in here. He's been waiting backstage the whole time, like a boss, just chilling. So hanging out there, Mr. Tucker Maxim.
Hello.
What is up, my guy? How are you?
What's up, man?
Good. Yourself?
We're hanging in there. Look at that sim rig in the back of this guy's. Yeah. Well,
Literally, everybody got a sim rig? That's crazy.
Except you.
James, fucking drive, my
It's
guy.
right here. God damn it, relax.
Well, hook it up.
No.
We literally just had this conversation in the group chat. We were yelling at James about not driving.
Sure were. Fuck that guy.
Tucker,
Not gonna happen.
fuck that guy. Tucker, thank you for joining us. We are excited, and we appreciate you taking the time out and hanging out with us tonight. So,
Yeah, thanks for having me. Again, like I mentioned before, I appreciate what all you guys do, and like just having this podcast in general.
yeah, we're trying to do stuff. I don't know if it's working, but we're
Keep
trying.
people happy, you know? Give them what
Yeah.
they
I
want.
have 2 of Tucker's posters on my wall in this box that he shipped those posters in that I still have to send that to that guy that won
Oh,
one we gave
sick.
away last week. So whoever won this, I'm sorry, I have to read that message again.
No, Orion.
James?
I'm pretty sure. Yep. You know that's fucking cool. Yeah, your stuff's very unique with some of the editing and things, which we definitely appreciate. You know.
Yeah, thank you. That's all
No.
relatively new too. Just kind of realizing that like just posting the photos wasn't enough, and so I tried to like start kind of mixing things up and doing that kind of stuff.
I mean, it's sick because honestly, like when I saw that, it like one, I was very like excited and humbled and like thankful because I was like to somebody to take our cars that are pieces of shit and put them and make them look like it's like what I mean, yeah, like make a rad poster out of it. Like, and I guess you just made it as like a magazine style front. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But for us, instantly, I was like, that's a fucking poster. Like, hell yeah, that's sick.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super sick. Oh, you got fans in here. Tucker, I love your edit style. Look at that. I
Oh,
love the
thank you,
I love
thank
the love. The love is awesome. It's so cool. It's actually crazy because I'd be curious to see the ratio of media that gets to hang out with us every week and drivers. It's insane. Like it's like
It's
50-50.
pretty split. Yeah.
It's pretty
Oh my God,
split.
yeah.
Which
Like
is
all media in here.
which is fucking awesome. Like it's so cool. Like I just fucking love that. Yeah, let's dive in on your shit, man. Let's check out some of your pictures. Boop. And I'm gonna move you up here just because James is okay with getting covered with comments and things
Unreal.
like that.
I was gonna say like, can I have a pee break? But then it was like, I'm gonna be covered by a comment anyways. So.
I don't know if this is better. Let me see what this.
No, it's all good.
What does this
And
do?
you're covered. No,
I mean,
put me
I'm
back
okay
on-
with that. I'm
put me
fucking
back under.
ugly. I'm
Put
ugly.
me back under.
Is it better on the side though? I think it's the same.
Better that way.
It's the same size, is it?
James doesn't want to be seen.
I like it the other way.
Yeah,
This way.
he's.
Do you have an email address? Can I email you too?
You can.
Perfect.
You can. All right, let me do some things here. I want to get rid of the names for a sec because there's a reason that I do that, and we'll talk.
Oh,
about
why is that?
So I've been starting to do that because when we take the hot clips for things, if you ever notice, there's just like a square in the bottom corner, and it looks really shitty. So I've been kind of bitching at the company that we run this service through for the podcast stuff to be able to customize where the banners are and sizing of them, because like I think small would be sick, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That they're there, or even no background and shit. So we'll see, but they're really receptive and I appreciate them, so I could actually see them working on that in the future. But yeah,
Nice.
only because we started doing those like hot takes and Rio just killing it with the reels and shit have I been noticing it, and it bothers me. So I'm gonna start doing it where you can read who it is, blah, 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 and then I'll bring it back, of course, But anyway, Tucker, let's dive into this media selection that you prepared for us, and let's talk about it. Your first photo. I thought of something instantly when I saw this, and it was the cars dug a grave, and something sketchy was going on. I don't know.
They buried an
They
SR20 in there.
buried.
Oh my god, get the fuck out.
I love this photo. This is sick. But it was funny because I literally like saw that like the gravel and I was like, it looks like a grave, grave thing for a car.
Spooky.
It's spooky. Yeah, it's fucking sick.
Is this like a real picture? It's not edited with a hole in front of the cars?
No, this is an actual location. Yeah.
Okay.
Is it in like a warehouse?
Yeah, so this is it's like an abandoned warehouse that's like in a not so great part of town. So as like a temporary job, I got hired to do landscaping here.
No shit.
Because it got broken into twice, and there was like a rave held on like Craigslist.
Oh
in
my
there.
god.
Whoa. That is sick,
So
dude.
my dad knew the owner, hired me to do landscaping, and I asked him after like snooping around the place, I'm like, can I like do a photo shoot here?
Hmm.
And then he let me do that, and this is pretty much like my favorite shot of the set. It's like my first time doing composites. This is back in like 2014.
Okay.
So I was like 18 at the time, and
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
this James mentioned earlier light painting. This is all light painting.
Hey, this looks like light painting.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Fucking magic, dude.
Dark
Fucking magic.
magic.
all the
I
front
hate that.
cars are lit up with just like a little LED like cheap lamp off of Amazon.
Right.
And then it's just a couple more photos for the other exposures. But yeah, so this is like pretty deep in the warehouse, and
That's
it's
cool.
actually not abandoned anymore too. But yeah,
That's cool.
Fucking sick location for a photo. That's
Yeah, it is.
This picture's really cool.
yeah, I wish I could have that location back.
Was it hard? Was it hard to get the cars back there? Like, was it like driving through like some weird areas and shit?
So that opening in the back, that's actually where we came from, and then that's another giant room that goes to another big garage door. So we just entered through there. The only real hazard was that like there was a lot of shit on the ground everywhere.
Oh yeah. You got to watch out for certain shit.
Yeah.
Look at James. James is such a dick.
I fucking hate this guy.
He had to pee. I know he had to
Yeah.
pee. I forgot about that. That's so funny. Yeah, this is sick. Very, very, very cool. All right, Javi, more than welcome. Thank you for coming on, buddy. Let's check out the next picture.
So this was the
This
one
is
I
super
was
cool.
questioning on whether or not to include compared to the other one that we were talking about earlier. This is at Grid Life, I think 2016. It was my first time ever doing media for an event, and
Oh, really? Like first time ever?
yeah.
Oh, that's
so this
cool.
is turn 2, which is like one of the big sweeper turns at this is Gingerman Raceway.
Okay.
And it
where's
was
Gingerman at? Where's that at?
South Haven, Michigan. It's
Okay.
like where like I think Grid Life pretty much started there.
Yeah.
Back in like 2014 or something.
Okay.
And so this is like my first time seeing like probably my first or second time seeing like the Proceed cars out, and then as we'll see in the other photo, the Risky Devil cars too, which are like two of like the big like Chicago drift groups.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that's I think was significant about this photo is like A, you see the cars colliding, and then B, you can see like parts of the car flying off in the photo, and I was just so surprised that I was able to capture that looking back in the photo.
Yeah. Simba's
super
poor
cool.
car.
Yeah. Right.
It looks so bad.
That
Like not
fender.
bad in like a oh shit, but like
Yeah.
it's
The-
just poor car.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's crazy where that car has come today too. Not that it looked
Yeah.
bad back then, but like
No.
today,
Mhm.
like, looks
Yeah,
really
it's-
good.
Yeah.
Now.
Now was he getting the rear end there on transition? Is that what he's like hitting him transition, or was it like a little bit of a
So I think this was just trying to catch up because this is like halfway through turn 2.
okay?
So it's not like at the transition point.
Got you.
Honestly, it's kind of so long ago I can't remember too much.
Yeah. I was just curious. Yeah, that poor car. That thing's sick though. Like, he has one of my favorites for sure.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I think when you have them that long, they definitely Simba's car has been through the ringer. Yeah. All drift cars are almost really secret pieces of shit, which is pretty funny.
And if they're not, they will be.
Exactly. It's just a matter of time.
They just got cool stickers on them, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, super rad. That's cool. So you said this is 2014?
This I think is 2016.
16.
And I
Okay.
think the event started in 2014.
Okay. No, that's super sick, man.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, you can see the stage in the background too. I've never been to anything that's been like a wild festival.
Was this
you know?
a grid life? Is that what I missed?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was at a Grid Life.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're pretty fun. A lot more fun when I think like you're younger and more into that. I'm kind of like not too much into.
Partying.
Yeah,
Yeah, don't worry.
yeah.
I'm an old man. I am not into partying either. But I
I
would
want
like
to go to
to.
one of these.
I'd like to stand on the side and be like, "Welcome,"
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
I want to go to
was-
these events. Be tons of
was one these
drugs.
events.
Uh, I love chicks dig scars, man. Twitch.
True.
That is true. Yeah, that's cool. Hell yeah, let's check out the next one.
So this is the image I was just referencing. Same event, Grid Life Midwest 2015 or 16, I forget. But this is one that I thought was like more of a better photo. Having the car more like in the frame, especially using rule of thirds. The smoke, and then having the background not blown out by the sky since there wasn't like a lot of clouds or anything that day. And yeah, just another good time from that event. Something that was pretty neat about this event being on this turn is there's a really long entry leading up to this turn. Some of the FD drivers would be like 100 plus going into turn 1 to transition into turn 2. And so one of the cars like lost control, and I was a bit out of the berm for all the media people to try and get a little bit better photos since there was posts getting in the way. And the car just started sliding towards me. And so I had to like jump back, and then all you hear is like a group of people like cheering on the sidelines. It's all my friends just screaming my name, like making sure
That
I'm
you didn't
good. I
die?
give them a thumbs up. And
Yeah.
all of a sudden you hear them just like start screaming like, yeah. And it
Yeah.
was a super memorable part of that event. Specifically.
No, that's sick.
Not
Yeah.
dying is a highlight for sure.
Not dying is definitely a highlight.
Damn.
Best part of this event? Well, I didn't die, you know? So, no, that's sick. I have been deeply looking at E30s way too much. They're
Facts.
pretty,
Ah,
I
wow.
know. They're just
Facts.
cool. They're just
Yeah,
super
but you have
cool.
enough cars.
No, I'm not going to get one. I'm not going to get
Okay.
one. But I'm kind of thinking like, back in the day, I wish I would have looked at them differently. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
made some different choices.
When they were
Like,
cheap.
When they
I
were cheap.
still love them.
I mean, they're
And-
sick. Don't
And
get me wrong.
early BMWs. Like, I'm mad I got rid of the E28 I had.
Oh, yeah, I remember that thing.
Just
Pretty
because-
sure this thing had an SR in it too.
Yeah.
That's what
yep,
the chat's saying.
yep,
so-
yep. And also small
It's,
wheels.
Small wheels is cool.
Small
I
wheels
fuck
is
with
cool.
Are they like an equip?
Or
something?
Equip 40?
Looks like an equip. Yeah.
I can't tell. It's definitely. Oh, look at that step too. I can't tell. It's really hard.
It does kind of look like the four spoke equips.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think, yeah, it is. It is. Because the back one through the smoke you can see.
Yeah. Yep. That one stopped.
Yep. Yeah. Quip 01s. Yeah. The 40s are what I have on the
Yeah.
Rolly. Yeah. This is sick.
Numbers.
Numbers.
Yeah. No.
Fuck yeah. Let's check the next photo.
This has to be at H2O.
Oh, guaranteed.
This is Grid Life 20.
Oh.
Ah!
So
Damn.
I've pretty much gone to I did the Grid Lives for I think like 7 years straight from 2015, and then I skipped last year, just because I didn't do as much of like I didn't really go to the festival or anything, so it was just like mainly for the car stuff. And anyways, yeah. So this is at the beach in South Haven, Michigan, obviously. And this was kind of memorable because it was like I had this car for I think 4 or 5 years at this point, and it was like one of the first shows that I entered it in. Not that it was like a crazy good show or anything, but it was just like the first time I felt the car was complete. And so this is also my roommate's car on the left that you see, and one of my longtime friends.
Is that Big Sep in the
I was
chat?
gonna say it's got to be Big Set.
Yeah, that would be him. Yeah.
Yeah, Daxton saying got super lucky with that sailboat, and Big Sep
Yeah,
was
that is-
saying, nice
that is
hatch,
cool.
wonder who's it.
Yeah, the sailboat was definitely a lot of luck on this one, and
That's
that was
sick,
another
yeah.
key point. And then also, as you can see, we both have like some customized headlights, and we were like running like a custom headlight business out of our like little college townhome that we had
Hell
for a
yeah.
short bit, which was
Oh, yeah.
pretty fun at the time, but a little bit of chaos with like school and everything.
No, that's super rad. One thing, your condenser mic on your desk, when you slam your hand
Oh,
on the thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, just
yeah.
you're
Is that really a problem? Because I feel like I'm always slamming my shit on the table.
it depends on the mic.
For you? You know?
Like it depends on the mic. Like yours wasn't that bad. I don't think
Mhm.
it depends on like the footing of it and everything. But just for anybody, so they're not like bumping.
Yeah, I've
does
got
mine
this thing-
does mine make any noise?
No,
Can you
probably
hear
not
it?
really.
That's what mine's
I
doing.
can hear it.
Yeah.
Damn,
Not
I
that
want to be able to like play the drums while we're like doing stuff.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah.
James is having a hard time.
I had to get a Harbor Freight clamp to hold this thing to the desk, so it's pretty solid mounted.
Oh, that's
Probably
why.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I can hear like every like movement. So just wanted to
Gotcha. Keep my
Yeah.
hands off the desk.
there you go.
Yeah.
Just
Do
put them
good,
up the
do your
whole, put 'em
thing.
up the whole time.
I don't know about that.
No, this is really rad. I've always had a soft spot for the light rays on like water.
Mhm.
I fucking love it, and especially being able to like capture that. And how edited is this? Like you're not adding any light sources or anything, right? Like the center where you have like the lens flare and stuff, that's all natural.
Yeah, so like especially back then, I used to keep my photos super basic. I'd correct for like lighting, especially like in this photo, I had to bring up a lot of the darks because I'm shooting into the sun.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
what I'm saying.
Tone
Like,
down the
phew.
highlights all the way to try and capture as much data as I could from the sky.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. That maybe a little bit of like lighting adjustments for the most part. This is like what you saw there.
That's sick. Yeah, that's a very, very cool shot. Very magazine-esque again, I love
Yeah.
to see that. I wish I could fucking... You guys make me so jealous.
So
Yeah,
this
that-
plug guy was or is yours?
It was, yeah. I sold it in 21 to get my Z because I wanted to get into drifting for a long time, and I was waiting until I got out of college just because I knew it wouldn't be feasible in college. And
Yeah.
so pretty much right after I finished, I listed this thing for sale, sold it, and now the current owner features it in rap videos sometimes.
Oh,
yeah.
snap. Hell
That's
yeah.
pretty sick.
Yeah,
Now, is the current owner a rapper, or he's just...
he's like a small videographer. Yeah.
Okay,
and, like,
sick.
I
Yeah.
tune in. I just check his channel every now and again. I'll like see my like car in one of the photos or like the cover photos.
Is it still the same? Like he kept it the same and just has it in the videos?
Yeah. I think the only thing he's changed is he removed the front lip.
Okay.
Okay.
Other
I
than
don't
that,
like
I think
the front
looks
lip.
good.
So
He
he's a
fucked that up.
bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, front
Yeah,
lip's
it does
sick.
look kind of goofy. Yeah, it's a replica of this company called Sims, SYMS, that
Yeah.
made some really
Mm-hmm.
cool parts for these cars way back in the day.
Actually, I think that was in some video game stuff, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like I feel like I remember that being like a package. You know what I mean? Like an
Yeah.
upgrade kit or something. It's very familiar. Was
Uh,
this static or bags?
Bags, yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to keep it like comfortable, and static is kind of tough and all, so just did bags on this one. Both cars are bagged. My friend's hatch was actually the first car I ever put bags on,
Okay.
and then so yeah. But
Nice.
I enjoyed it. It made getting to the events, and also like I was able to drive around. I drove around at pretty low heights, like to where like the curvature in the road would cause my exhaust to scrape.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Yeah.
kept it like not looking all like goofy and hovercraft.
Not monster
like,
truck.
be
I
correct.
like that.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I hated about like bag
Yeah, cars.
cars is when they're
Yeah,
like
they're-
paired up, they just look so goofy.
Yep.
And
So goofy.
the wheels, by the way, are Wed's Maverick 709Ms. I think they were a newer wheel at the time that I got from Toge Factory.
Okay,
But it's
sick.
a two-piece welded with the reverse slips, as you can see,
Mm-hmm.
but very similar to the VSX6.
Yeah,
It
it
is.
looks good. I like the build. I
Yeah,
am a
thank you.
Subaru fan. I will say, I
What
love
did,
that.
uh,
I love that they're drifting now too, which is sick.
What'd you go to college for? Because I know that's not one of the later questions. I'm curious. Unless you already said that.
Finance.
Finance, right? Okay, so are you a banker now, or
So I did underwriting for commercial lending for 2 years, but
Okay.
now
Oh.
I work in like my family's business as a financial operator and an administrator.
nice?
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Heck yeah.
Do you
Can-
know how to do tax evasion?
I was just gonna yo, the best part is I was literally gearing up to say something fucking stupid about. So how can I get some money? But you're fucking
and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Perfect.
Allegedly. The feds are going to bust in next.
Right?
Chad doesn't have to worry about Albert going to his house and
Oh
busting
my
in the
God.
door. He's got to worry about the feds now because of James. We're on a fucking list. All right, let's go to the next picture. That's awesome, though. Yeah, super sick. Really like this.
So this was a pretty recent one from
Okay.
last summer in July.
Mhm.
We made a trip down to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, which was just 2 hours north of Deals Gap or Tail of the Dragon. And Tail of the Dragon is something I've been wanting to drive for probably like, I don't even know, like 8 years or so. And so this is like a photo to like remember that time that I actually finally got to drive it. It was raining,
That's cool.
but it was still like such a really cool experience. And then when I got home and got to like edit this photo, like I just fell in love with how it came out. Seeing like the clouds rolling over the mountains in the back, the reflections of the car
yeah, it's beautiful.
underneath
Yeah.
from the rain.
Yep.
And then I just felt like the colors worked so well together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The
that's really
elevation looks wild. That looks pretty neat.
Yeah, it was crazy. We almost turned around because there was like a huge thunder and like lightning storm coming in.
Mhm.
And obviously, I didn't think it was like the greatest idea to drive into a mountain during a lightning storm, but we made it through, and like the rain thankfully like subsided after that.
Mhm. This is your current car now?
Yeah,
This is
so
yours? Sick.
it looks very basic, but I've been spending like the past 2 years mostly doing like mods underneath. So like it's an '08, so it's the HR, but which has a concentric slave. So one of the first things I did was I did a new clutch install with a flywheel, but I also did the CSC delete to remove that internal slave and move it to the external. And then it's got a bunch of other stuff like Voodoo arms. I have a thrash seat and a thrash wheel for it.
Okay.
And then it's actually on Fortune Auto 510 suspension, which has front air cups. So I have an air compressor behind my
okay.
driver's seat that I also use
Yeah.
to fill up my tires when we go drifting and stuff.
Fucking convenient.
I think I
Yeah,
saw you
very.
like yesterday post about you need to get a compressor and to stop relying on your car or something.
That was this morning. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my tires on my daily driver were low, so had to start
You're
the Z
feeling
and
them
pull
up
that thing
on
out.
that.
That's
Yeah.
super cool.
I love that.
Convenient.
James, did you ever finish yours? Can I use your air in the trunk yet?
I have a port plugged. I just need to put a line and a air tug on it.
All right, sick.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
How-
super convenient.
So let me talk to you really quick about these air cups. They're only in the front, correct?
Yeah, so I bought them brand new in box, secondhand. Really weird story, but I don't know what the setup costs new. I think it's like 4 to 5 grand. I paid like 1,800 because it was
Okay.
a marketplace find at like 2 a.m.
Yeah. I find really weird stuff on Marketplace at 2 a.m. A little different, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
no, that's I'm just curious because like I've been seeing more and more air cup stuff, and it's very intriguing to me because like for the Porsche, I kind of wanted to do like coilovers eventually, but it's already like just the way it sits on the springs, like I won't be able to get into my driveway if I put coils and put it to where I want it. So I was like, man, air cups could be cool, but I was just curious if they do them in the rear yet. I don't know if they also do them in the rear.
I'm
think
fairly
they do
certain they
the-
do 4-corner
yeah.
air cups, yeah.
Really? Okay.
Depends on the chassis and what you order. So maybe if it's like a stock suspension Z, is it a true rear that you have right now,
Yeah,
or is it?
converted to
okay.
true rear with
Good.
Voodoo 13 tow and camber
Yeah.
arms.
So I imagine they do, but some people only opt for that front because of what they're doing. Exactly. If you can get the front end, you can get the rear end. But yeah, that's an expensive setup with the 510s and the air cups. You definitely
Yeah.
made out on that deal.
And I was talking to I forget who from Toge Factory. I don't know why the previous owner of the suspension was doing some kind of track build, but the spring rates are like crazy. I think it's 12K front, 14K rear, or switched on that. So I'd like to step it down to like a 10.6K. Because I was talking to somebody from Toge, and he was like, "Man, that must ride like shit with those spring rates." And it kind of does, but it's surprisingly
James.
good at handling, like in cornering and all that kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, sick. CJ's asking about the explanation. So an air cup is your standard. It's not a standard coilover, but it's a coilover system. But depending on where they want to put it, it's like think of like the top hat having like a little cylinder that can extend it just a little bit. Like what's
Yeah.
yours? Probably do like 1.5 to 2 inches max.
It's like 4. You
Holy
can see my
shit.
much.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
You see my front tire. I could send you a video after this. But
I'm curious. So that's
it's
sick.
it's
'Cause
crazy. The
the
movement.
old
I
air-
wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
I thought it was only like 2 inches, like you were saying. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember Driftworks did something on their S15 and they put air cups in the front because they couldn't get into their shop without it, without having to like do all this shit. So they were like, let's put air cups on. And I was like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, I want that. You know what I mean? Like, that's sick.
Yeah,
Because it's basically still static,
Yeah, and it drives really nice with all the air cups obviously deflated, which you have to do whenever you're going like more than 10 miles an hour,
Yeah.
since you're driving on like a little piston.
Right.
But I'll have to measure, but it's probably got to be like maybe around 3 inches. I might have over exaggerated a little bit, but it's surprising.
That's a lot.
Yeah, the
that's a
gap
lot.
on my front tire, you can see I can't fit like my finger in right now.
Mhm.
But when the air cups up, I can fit my fist in there, no problem.
What
Oh,
the
yeah.
fuck? That's crazy.
So I'll have to see, but it's pretty handy, especially because like I can't fit a jack under the car, so this saves me from doing ramps because
Yeah.
I just air cup it all the time for that, and then
Yeah.
that's been pretty much it. But I do plan to lower the car a little bit more if I can,
Mhm.
which will probably make them a little bit more necessary.
James can do it for you.
You
James
can.
can
I was going to say
definitely.
you can. We
You can do it.
We'll hang out a
Sure do.
little bit.
It's more so coilover restriction than like
Ah.
my like driving restriction.
We can
Fair
cut
enough.
them down. It'll be fine.
Yeah, right. There's always if there's a will, there's a way, and James will fucking find it.
I-
If it's
I
anything
will
to do with
find it.
lowering your car.
The only thing I'm going to find a way to do, but I'll find it.
Yeah, that's funny. I hope that the air cup technology eventually gets to the point where like it can work in motorsports, kind of like bags can work, because I'd really enjoy to have that like an extra 2 inches, just to be able to
Same.
pop up. Hey-o, just to be able to like load onto a trailer or whatever, but even be able to like change your setup. Like, okay, this track's like insane. I'm just bottoming out or whatever. Like you can just go up a little bit and maybe make some toe adjustment and keep driving. Like it'd be really cool to be able to like, move forward in that regard. Maybe like little tiny air bags. I don't know. They probably have something.
Maybe there's a business idea there, right? Because like you could just have your air piston in the center, and then almost like bring it up to whatever height you want, and then like a bolt-on locking collar under it. Chad's laughing at me
James.
right now, but I'm fucking
No,
right.
I have a
No,
good
James.
idea. It's
Well,
fine.
hold on, guys. Let's talk about this off the air so nobody steals our idea
Sorry.
and we can make some fucking money.
Lock it up.
That's fair.
Yeah, we gotta make no, but honestly, let's keep that momentum going. But
Yeah, there's
let's
something there.
let's do that off the air because now you got me thinking about your air pistons that you were working with too.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
We can do stuff.
Yep. Look at this. Good thing we know a finance guy.
We will pay 0 taxes.
Yep. There you go. It's a religious thing. Drifting is a religion, so that's what we're gonna bust into. That's
Yeah,
how we'll get
and-
away with taxes.
You guys, what you kind of mentioned, somebody kind of does already. Airlift sponsors this Hawkeye STI. I think his name is Cody Miles. His Instagram is like sideways and smiling or something like that. But he actually tracks this Hawkeye, wins competitions, and he's on bags.
I think I saw something about that with the bag setup. The only thing is, I'm just curious. Like I like the idea of like the full coil too, or something stiffer. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I'm just curious about that.
Yeah, I wonder if they'd be able to make it so that you could drive like with a little bit of air in the pistons, especially
Right.
under load like that. That'd be
Yeah.
pretty neat.
Yeah, because like if you got a big body, you're gonna need some like spring rate, quote unquote, air pressure.
Yeah.
Like yeah, that'd be wild. All right, let's move on. We're getting too hyped about
Yeah,
stuff.
we're in there.
We're getting way sidetracked. right now.
Super sidetracked. Anything to do with height and stuff, we get excited about.
My God, Max said maybe Tucker can crunch the numbers on a new door for Chad.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh,
My power goes out again.
yeah.
Oh, me too.
You just like unplug something, act like it does.
Oh, my power went out.
Bloop. All right. So the legend at Final Bout 6. This is pretty sick. It's a good shot.
Yeah, I think people probably already know like what the story behind this one would be. Just seeing this car in person was pretty crazy, and like I love like the philosophy behind the car, where he's got all this like crazy stuff in the interior. Like you saw like the mount for the foot cam. There's like dual screens I think on the rear deck of the car,
Mhm.
chrome cage and all that, and then he's running like not a stock engine, but like it's not like super crazy done.
Mhm.
And that's kind of like the same philosophy I'd like to put into my own car, where I would like to like dress it up, make it look good, but keep it like super functional, so where I can get
Yeah.
like the most amount of seat time and not have to worry about my engine braking or anything like that. So just like keeping it simple while also making
Pretty
it look
smart.
good.
Yeah, no. Yeah. That's
That's how a lot of people should do it, but they don't.
But they don't.
Yeah.
And actually, in fact, Adam Goodman from CoralWorks, when he was talking to him, I saw something. I don't remember where it was. Probably on another podcast that we won't announce. But when one of the interviews, he said that they both were saying that one of the takeaways was that they realized that Americans overbuild like a lot, apparently, like motor wise. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we just see it everywhere, especially with
Yeah.
like the rise of YouTubers and stuff, where like we just feel like we just need that to go out and drift. Meanwhile, like my Z, I've done no angle mods. It only has a Tomei 2-way to like kind of get it to kick out, and
Right.
like it handles my local track just fine.
Yeah.
Like not a single degree of angle added. Oh no, he's gone again.
He did that himself.
What a
That's
bitch.
he did that himself. He's faking it now. No, yeah, it's honestly like we give the advice all the time to stay simple, but it's just that they see their favorite YouTube star, like you said, or whatever, building like a 500 plus horsepower 2J or 1J, and they just go right in it. But it's like same with SR20s. Like if you keep them fairly stock, they're usually good to go. Once you start opening them up, they can be a time bomb. You know what I mean? You never know because KA is the best God's motor. But anyway,
All right.
just had to throw that in there. Too much SR20 love in the chat.
There was.
I was getting a little antsy there. No, sick. This is a super clean shot, and this car was super rad to see in person too.
Yeah, and also I guess another thing that makes this photo more significant is it's the guy that runs the Thrash Racing Instagram and is part of Thrash in the passenger seat with his hand out the window. So I thought that was a pretty cool moment to capture as well.
Yeah, he's a super
Yeah.
nice guy too.
Sweet.
No, yeah, it's pretty sick. Yeah, this is rad. It sucks because like driving there and stuff. We're like running around and doing all the shit. I didn't get to watch him throw down a lot of laps, so it was really cool to watch the media. You know what I mean? To be able to get to see the pictures, get to see the videos, and get to see him like actually rip it. Because realistically, I think I saw 2 laps with him. That was like it, So again, another reason like I appreciate media so much because there's things that you don't get to see, and you guys are able to capture these moments, and then we get to witness it. We're missing that feeling, but like what you're doing here is giving me that feeling. You know what I
for
mean?
sure.
Like nothing beats, of course, being live, but if you're able to capture the feeling of standing there watching this, that's important, and that's what you guys and girls do, and it's fucking so cool. I could never do it.
Yeah, and I feel like we're like so fortunate with like all of the great media that come to this event. I've tried to do video in the past, but I haven't really like ever focused on it. So like after this event, I've probably watched almost all the Final Bout 6 videos that I've seen, and like it's just super cool to see all the different perspectives, and also to like to see like as you mentioned like what you might have missed. And
Yeah.
like since I wasn't able to get a media pass for this event, it was cool to see like the different angles that they were able to get to.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah. Oh, you didn't even have a media pass.
No, this is all behind
Where-
the fences.
No.
This is behind the fence. Where are you
Shit.
taking this shot? That's
On the
crazy.
sand mound? Are you on like the mounds, the dirt track with like a fucking crazy zoom lens?
So I did have a Canon 70-200 for this that I rented.
Oh, okay.
I honestly, it's kind of eluding me. It might be on what would be in the normal layout, the first turn, that big right sweeper,
Yeah.
and it might be in reverse. I'm not 100% certain on where this one was taken though.
Right.
But there is a lot of people in the background, so it might be on that last
Yeah.
or one of the
After
last
the
turns
wall?
after the wall. Yeah,
It looks
Yeah.
like right before
I
the
think just
downhill,
really
right after
zoomed
the
in.
wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Hey,
That's
Chad,
real
welcome
far
back.
away.
Hi again.
I thought
Yeah.
that was it. Honestly, I'm impressed that you came back, and I'm thankful that you did. I appreciate you.
Thanks.
And we love to see you. And I know everybody in the chat needs to see your beautiful face, so they are also very thankful that you came back and you were safe and sound.
I'm sure.
I'm not. I was
James-
wishing you would have stayed gone.
That tracks. That tracks.
No, super sick though. Yeah, very, very cool moment. Let's check out the next one. Oh, that was
I
it.
was gonna say, I thought
That was it. This you have to be. I'm sorry, I want to go back because when I went to Gallery, was the first time I ever went to US Air, and I did not have a media pass either. And I remember other media there being like, "Oh, dude, you don't even need a media pass to get 6 shots." And this is like case in point that I literally thought you were in it, like down in there, just to for this picture. So that's actually really crazy. And I feel like you're across the way. You have to be on the fence line. You know what I mean? Like near the dirt track area, or the dirt. It was the track's like to the back, shooting straight across, because that's what it looks like. But that's an insane distance.
Yeah, I was standing on that like berm inside of like that horseshoe of that first turn in the regular layout, and so it might have just been like shot across the track, and somehow I was able to like not get any intrusions in the way. But hopefully I can get media this year. We'll see. I didn't like ever post my content too much before, which is something I've been working on a lot more lately and trying to post consistently. Yeah. And then just getting the feedback really helps me and make me want to like post more. So like one of the reasons I captured so many photos of you guys was because I posted a photo of Chad's car before Final Bout 6. And like his like positive support and everything from it just made me want to shoot your guys' cars. Like,
oh my god, Chad!
Yeah, you're until I got a new phone, your photo of my car was my background for all.
That's dope. Yeah.
No, that's super cool. It looks like Caitlin's asking, is this cropped at all? Do you remember if you cropped it in?
This would have to be cropped, I would think. Yeah, I was shooting at 200 a lot, and my Canon, or my camera is a Canon 80D, which is a crop sensor. Okay. So it does zoom in even more on those lenses, but I do believe it was cropped. Yeah.
That track is beautiful. Dirt Drop Media, we are pretty lucky to have low fences close to the track. Honestly, it's one that you really don't need a media pass. Like, I mean, you should get one, of course, because it opens up the whole spectrum. But like when I filmed the video there, I was like literally blown away because I got there and I was like, fuck, I don't have a media pass. And then I missed the media meeting. I think Ilya was trying to be a jerk to me and, pushed me off a little bit, but whatever. So I didn't get a media pass, and then I was pretty bummed, and I was like, I felt like I brought all my gear and everything for no reason. And then I made one of my favorite videos I ever made, like just the angles of that track, and every single hairpin has like a spot you can almost like be at, which is super rad. Yeah, it's fucking sick.
One of the things that I hope to get a media pass for that would benefit is like it really helps to have the car go around you to get pan shots like this, because there's a lot more time that you have to capture that car as it's like circling you. And then also the wall. It's really hard to get photos of the wall because of how many spectators there are there. I tried going, but my ears were getting blown out by the speakers that were like positioned right in that front corner. So hopefully
I didn't think of that. The spectators, when I went Gallery, there wasn't a lot of people around that area. And they didn't have I don't think the fencing stuff. So I was able to get wall rides, but it's because I was able to get up against that and didn't have anybody all over the place. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, the one other magazine cover I did of it was a Rough Break. The main photo, you can kind of see people's heads in the bottom. And that's because I think I was holding the camera above my head just to shoot into that turn to get all the cars together, because that was one of the turns where everybody was grouped together.
Can you tell me what a crop sensor is?
So
James with the questions tonight, I love it.
I'm just an idiot and I don't know much.
It's a smaller sensor on the camera versus a full frame. So any photos that are captured on it are going to be like they were zoomed in further compared to a full frame, just because the sensor is smaller, if that makes sense. The larger sensor will capture more.
I'll add it in with light painting.
so my camera is a micro four thirds. So any one of my lenses, even if it's if I want a 50 millimeter lens, I have to try to find a 25 millimeter lens.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Because it punches in automatically.
In a game when you get double points for a little bit.
The easiest way I can explain it is if you take your hands out and you go like this, like at the same focal length on a crop sensor versus a full frame, all the full frame is doing is it's taking a little bit more data, so it's just dragging those bars out. So like anything you look at, you're just capturing more of the photo.
Okay, it's
so
your crop sensor right now. Check
bring
that
it
out.
more.
I can see my whole computer now. Here I
Yeah.
can't.
There you
Now
go.
you're on a crop sensor. The other one's
There
a
you
full
go.
frame.
Crazy.
There you go.
All right.
That's funny.
Makes sense now. No, I get it. I'm a photographer now.
Yeah.
You are a photographer right now. No, hell yeah, that's sick. Very, very, very cool shots. And some of the stuff, you know, it surprised me that you did not actually put in some of your newer, like the edits and stuff. But I never know what, you know, what's going to be posted, and it's really cool because, you know, we ask for your favorite shots, like things that mean a lot to you, which is really cool. So when I see it, because, like, you know, everybody has a different eye, and you have a feeling that goes with everything where we are just seeing from the outside what what captures our eye, but like you guys are literally bringing like, hey, bring me back to this time and blah blah blah. It's just super fucking cool to see. Let's jump into these questions, man. So what made you want to shoot media?
I mean, taking photos is kind of always something I've done. My grandpa, he was big into photography, always taking photos at like our family events and everything.
That's
the
cool.
film camera that I actually shoot on was his that he passed down onto me.
Yeah,
and my dad, he gave me like one of those, like, you know, the stereotypical Polaroid cameras when I was like 5 or 6, and I used to run around shooting with that.
That's
And
cool.
so I finally got to get a camera when I was, I think, 15 or 16, back in like 2013 or so.
Yeah.
And then I would just go to local car meets, start shooting, and then from there it just took off. And it's been on and off for many years, especially during school. So that's why I've not been like super active.
Yeah.
But finished school a few years back, have as like a steady job now. So now I'm looking to do a lot more with my photography.
That's awesome. Yeah. So that actually goes into the next question. How long have you been shooting? It seems like forever, basically. Like,
Yeah, I would say like realistically, like on and off for 10 years with like an actual camera. My first camera was actually a T3i, a Canon T3i that I didn't replace until like, I think like just three or 4 years ago.
Okay.
So like it like pretty inexpensive camera lasted me so long. And like a lot of those photos were captured on that too.
That's
So
sick.
it just shows how far like inexpensive equipment can go.
Which is and that's one thing that I've always heard. Like, it's not the camera, it's the person, you know. And I've seen that too. I've seen it firsthand. We have a couple friends. Me and Chad have a well, I don't want to call him a friend, but I have somebody that I know that she could shoot anything. Mike.
Mike?
Yeah, Mike.
Her name is Mike?
No, I said him.
He said she.
You said she.
Did I really?
Yeah.
No,
Said she.
there's no fucking
You
way.
said she.
Rio,
Well-
clip it.
Real clip it.
Come on, flip that.
Well, I meant I'm talking about Mr. Mike Manis.
Oh, yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
He's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
So-
Mayonnaise.
You know him too, don't you, James? That's right.
Mike Mayonnaise. I was just listening with him a couple weeks ago.
Were you really? I'm sorry to
Yeah.
hear that. So, but that dude, you know, you give him whatever, and he's just like super fucking. It's not the camera. It's definitely it's the eye, and it's so cool to see what yous all create. But it also brings us to the next question: what gear are you shooting with? So, what are you currently shooting with? And let's add to that too, like what would you like? What's your? I want to know what your top tier. Like, what would be your dream camera too to shoot with? I'm just curious now.
So I currently mostly shoot on a Canon 80D, which is a basic crop sensor camera with some nice function to it. And then lenses, I'm mostly using a 24 to 105 f4L from Canon.
Okay.
And then at Final Bout 6, I was shooting a lot on a rented 70 to 200 f2.8, which is like one of like the it's like the lens in Canon. It's like one of their most widely used, widely known. A lot of people use that one, yeah.
That's
And
awesome.
then for film, I'm just using a Minolta XGA right now. That's an automatic one that was passed down to me. But looking to get a X700, this like silver edition one that they only sold in Japan. So hopefully I'll be able to get that one soon.
Limited edition stuff's so cool.
Yeah, I love like the old like silver look the silver bodies that they used to do on the older cameras. And the
Yeah.
X700 in the States, it came with like a black plastic body. So when I found out that they did that one as a metal like silver body in Japan, I realized I need to get that one.
That's super sick. I feel like
And-
all the cool cameras are definitely like from Japan too.
Yeah, I mean,
Everything.
all the
is-
good cameras come from there too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's super. That's super cool.
And then as far
There's-
as like a camera that I want, I really I think I do want to try and go into Canon mirrorless
Okay.
and get like an R5 or something. But that's
Yeah.
a big expense, so maybe down the road.
Yeah. Yeah. The stuff's so fucking expensive.
Yeah.
It's a cool
trying
ass
to-
looking camera though.
Which one's that?
That X700.
Oh yeah.
They're neat to. It's funny because it's just like car stuff. Like you start looking at, you're looking at the trim, you're looking at the accessories, you're looking at like literally everything. You could just spend as much time customizing the camera, as you do like a car. Like it's insane. Yeah, it's fucking
Yeah.
sick.
It's it's like another one of those like hobbies that you could just like fall into a rabbit hole and never stop falling.
Yep. And you do the same thing too with like changing. Like as soon as I buy a camera, first thing I do is I get a cage, and then like the cage just comes off eventually anyway. And I'm like, what am I doing? Like it's just you want the accessories, you just want the stuff. It's so funny.
Yeah, I've always
rabbit hole
used
for sure.
the stock straps that the camera come with, and like Final About 6 was like the first time I actually went out bought this like Peak Design strap, and I should have done this years ago because it was such a game changer. Being able to like hold it like at my side instead of like how the stock straps like hold it at your like chest height.
Oh, yep.
So yeah, finally diving a little bit more into the accessories. The only accessories I've ever bought before were like circular polarizers mostly because it's really like needed in car photography.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I like to see the guys with the dual straps and both cameras on the hips.
Yeah. I was actually doing that a little bit. With I had my film camera off to one
Yeah.
side and then my DSLR off to the other, just trying to capture like multiple moments at the same time.
That's super cool. Speaking of capturing moments, what are the top 3 favorite memories from doing media?
I would say I pretty much covered them with the photos that we covered. So like the first one being that warehouse one, that's one of the more memorable ones because I really didn't know what I was doing at that time.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of, just trying and like seeing what
Right.
worked.
Yeah.
And just taking a bunch of photos, trying stuff out. And that's like pretty much how I learned a lot of that stuff. Because I've never like done classes or anything on this really. It's all self-taught. And so I feel like that's kind of what brought me to where I am today. Just having that like drive to like do more and shoot more and then keep practicing. It's kind of died off, especially like in more recent years, but I'm trying to do that a lot more now.
Yeah. Just like challenge yourself a little bit and push.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, another one would be that one where I almost got hit by the car. Just because like the crowd is like silent, like I swear, and then you just see like this small group of people of my friends like in the middle, and you see their hands go up as soon as they give them the thumbs up. Like that
That's
was
funny.
such a funny moment. But yeah,
I love when a crowd like goes quiet and then waits and then like
Yeah.
he's okay. Yeah. Like the flip, the evergreen flip that I captured, like
that
when
was
they're-
crazy.
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
and then it's just like literally crickets, and then all of a sudden he's still
Until the dude drives out of the car.
and just it's so fucking funny. That's cool.
Yeah, and I actually have a photo of like that driver that did like come towards me, and all you
Oh,
see is his
cool.
car is at full lock and his car is sliding, and then his helmet and I think his visor was up too, and he's just looking dead at me.
Yeah. Ghost. He's like ghost white. He's just like, ah!
Yeah.
Fuck.
Which thankfully it's Gingerman's a huge track, so there was like probably at least like a couple 100 feet of like grass before.
Yeah.
Maybe that might be an exaggeration, but like at least 100 feet of like grass before he was like coming towards my direction. So like it wasn't anything too serious, but it was still like a really like fun like memory to have.
Right. Yeah.
You
not
seem to
dying
like
is
to
pretty
put your
cool.
life on the line when you're taking pictures. A lot of
I mean,
near-death experiences.
I mean, that's
What it's
just
about.
the one. Yeah.
That's
That's
funny.
okay. We'll get you in one of our cars next year, and James will crash into us. We'll get you
Oh,
another
yes.
another
We
good
can-
near-death experience.
Can kill you next year for sure.
That Vibes event, I just saw they posted their schedule and looks like they're doing it in June. I think
Does that
the
mean you're
track's almost-
coming? Are you coming out?
I think I'm gonna try and make it out. Yeah, it's about an 8 or
Okay.
9 hour
Yeah.
drive one way for me.
Yeah.
But I got a Honda Fit just a month or two ago.
Oh,
for this
snap.
season.
That's a tank of gas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is so cheap to operate, and it holds so much stuff. So hopefully, the plan is to come out and see what it's about.
We definitely love to accommodate, especially anybody that's traveling. You know what I mean, with like stuff. So Daxton is in the chat here. He is the media manager. Once media apps open up, for sure, get that media app in, and yeah, for sure, come party with us. So
Yeah, it seems like everybody's saying it's a good time. So
It-
I'll definitely have to make an effort to get out there.
yeah, is Mac coming again?
He's
Is Mac is he going to the wedding too?
Mac. Yeah, everyone's going to that wedding, right?
Are we going to the wedding?
We might be not going to Vibes. We had a wedding.
Yeah, right. That'd be so
Well,
funny.
Are you guys going to Special State Central again this year?
Well, we never went to Central. We only went to East. Yeah.
We should do
okay,
East
that makes
and
sense,
Central.
I mean, if you
Let us
As two separate teams.
that's a lot of money.
Chad, you got to get your B car ready so we can apply as two different teams.
My B car's already
Oh.
ready, bro.
That is
Your
true.
White car is
No,
the B
it's-
car.
Well, yeah, but it looks like the A car now. Right?
No, the A car is going to look different, so it'll be
Right.
different.
Don't
Right, but
tell
you can't
anybody.
have the new A car like the. Never mind. We're not going to go there. You know what I'm saying, though.
Yeah. Vibes is in Erie, Pennsylvania. So Lake Erie Speedway. It is just and I'm not gonna say just a big oval track, but it is a massively big paved oval that we end up making really, really cool tracks. Layouts are sick. Media bunkers should be always sick because our media manager cares about, the media, which is really fucking cool. Daxton does an amazing job. And from everybody that's ever finally either made the trip or has driven it, they have a lot of fun and it makes me feel good. I know Joe is super proud of it. Daxton's super proud of it. But yeah, if you can make it out, Lake Erie Speedway, we're going to have some information about that. I'm going to start doing some more stuff on the pod. There is a lot of people talking about some stuff going on here.
Yeah, that question's actually for one of my good friends, Kyle. And Kyle, I think it's actually only it's 3 or 4 hours from Scott, if that adds any context to how far it is.
Where's Scott at?
He lives in North Carolina. They both do, but they're a little bit further from one another.
Okay.
Did I see Mac is definitely coming? Mac's
Yeah,
coming
he
to
said fuck
VODs.
that wedding. He's like, oh, I love that. I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah. You need to bring me beer again. Bring me another
Oh,
case.
that's
It's
funny.
fine now. I'll pay you.
I cannot finance it, Kyle.
Oh, Leah's coming to East. I forgot about that. This is the best part. We make family on this. You know what I mean? And then we get to hang out with everybody in person at random tracks, which is super fucking cool.
Yeah.
We make the media come to us.
Yeah.
What?
Come to us. We
Yeah.
won't travel. Yeah.
I'd love to get a ride along in one of your guys' cars.
100%.
Welcome.
There's a photo I want to get or try and get, which is like some
James
of the other-
crashing in. Oh, okay, go.
I will absolutely
that.
give you that shot.
like a car chasing another, and you kind of see the smoke of the car you're in, like covering the car behind, and like just something like that, where there's like a lot of motion.
Oh yeah,
and,
yeah,
like, I thought that would be pretty sick.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, definitely. If anytime, and we tell everybody that, like, come up to us. We are all about fucking giving ride-alongs, and it's like a little bit of a payback because, like, we're just like we're in the same game too with media. Like, it costs us money, a lot of money to do the event, so. Like, you are always, like, everybody in media always shares such rad memories for us. The least we could do is give ride-alongs, you know what I mean? Like, and then if we have any money left, we try to buy media, you know what I mean? Like, at least, well, hopefully that's what most drivers are doing. Anybody that's listening, support your fucking media people. Like, they are out there busting their ass for you. So, support them. Give them ride-alongs.
Yeah.
Buy their shit. Fucking give them $20 just for being cool. I don't know. Give them water.
Yeah,
I can do that. I can do that.
Let's get weird. Give them some weird stuff. No.
I personally love giving ride-alongs to everybody, but I will shove a just random person out of the way if I know a media guy wants to come with because they've probably been sweating their ass off
Yes.
on the
Yep.
track all
Yeah,
day
I
long.
know.
You know?
I
I
swear I
sweat
forget
my
to eat
ass off, and
sometimes.
you never give
Yeah.
me anything.
Yeah, well, you don't deserve it.
Fuck, man.
Oh yeah, I did get like food poisoning at a special stage with Daxton. What did we eat? We ate like wings or something, and we were fucked up. Anyway, all right. We're gonna get too off. Yes, Tucker, get your butt in some cars with us for sure.
Yeah,
We
That's
owe
the
you.
plan for this year. Yeah.
Literally, we owe you that times of infinity because you're fucking awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. What is, speaking of events and stuff, what is your dream event to shoot at? Do you have one?
I mean, Javi kind of already said the same one that I want to, which is Drift Appalachia. I don't know when it's going to be happening again because I think they're not doing it like as an annual thing, but just like capturing the cars drifting through the mountains is probably going to be like, it'd probably make for some really sick photos.
Yeah.
And all the media that's come out of that event is pretty sick.
They move the event too every time, which is wild. So
Yeah.
it's always going to, I think they said it's always going to be like in a different spot. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
that's
that's
wild. So
super
it
neat,
could
too.
get closer to you too. You never know. You know what I mean? So
For that one, I think I'd be willing to travel pretty far.
yeah, be super sick.
Yeah.
I want to drive it for sure. And you have
Like-
any, go ahead, James, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like Appalachia, right? Like we don't know where it's gonna be, but it's such like a long span of where it
Could be
could be. Like
anywhere.
that mountain range is the East Coast,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah, that's wild.
I'm curious to see where they do it next.
Yeah,
if
same.
somehow they manage to do it on the Tail of the Dragon, I am going. For
that
sure.
would be sick.
Insane.
I would need- I would need it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd need a 2-car because there's no way that I wouldn't want to bring the drift car and the grippy.
Porsche?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
That would be sick.
It's fun just to grip drive, but I can't imagine what drifting would be.
Drifting would be sick, right? Yeah, hell yeah. Tucker, do you have any advice for drivers wanting to get more media of their car? I love this question.
So,
It's so
I mean,
loaded. I'm loading it up too. I shouldn't do that.
It's very similar to what many of the other guys and girls have both said, which is make your car look good. Going back to Chunky Bai's car, like that thing, it was hard to take a bad photo of. Anytime it was moving on the track, like it always looked good, especially in the sun with that paint color.
Yeah.
And the second thing would be just being nice. Like as I brought up earlier, like just Chad supporting like my photography. I think he posted on his personal page and in the DMs, he was like, tell me how much you loved it and all that kinds of stuff. And it like really made me want to shoot his car and your guys' cars since they all look so good together more. So just like, supporting the media and just showing love for them really goes a long way.
That's super cool. Yeah, I'd chat, and it's neat because I feel like we all separately, at least I know I can speak for my guys, like we are very appreciative, you know what I mean? And I know there's some out there that might not be, but it's also, they might have a little bit of anxiety and stuff. But that's cool that Chad did that because then, it hooked us up, with the whole team. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you're welcome, guys.
Thanks, Chad.
All I get is bullied.
We bullied
Finally
this.
fucking
we-
did one thing for us, and now you expect fucking praise. Like,
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
That's like a big thing now that I've been like consistently posting more, and every single post I try and like focus around one driver. Not only because I want to do the collaboration through Instagram, so it shows
Yeah.
up on their personal page, which makes more sense to make it one driver, since kind of want pictures of their stuff on their page. But like so many of them have been like reaching out and like messaging me about how much they love the photos and like
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. And I had somebody ask for an edit, and then without like telling him, I just posted an edit of his car
Oh, that's so cool.
on one of the days, and he was like so happy with how it turned out. And I was like, that's just like that like is such like a rewarding feeling.
Right. Yeah. No, it's super cool. The only thing that I dislike is I want media to be more supported. Like I'm not a rich man, but I wish I was, because like all the effort and the gas money, the time you're taking to be there, like and I've heard both sides of that story too, where they're like, well, they don't have to come, and it's like, oh my God, you're so stupid. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they're literally doing it's just fucking, it's asinine, some of the driver comments, but then you get some really cool people. But I just wish that there was better ways to take care of our media, and that's why we do this podcast, because we're really hoping that it'll spread awareness, and they get some information, the drivers get some information, but you guys and girls get acknowledgement, and then even more followers, because there's a lot of times that a driver has photos that you've taken and they might not even have seen it because they're bombarded at an event. You know what I mean? And it could be their favorite photo and they want that print. And that's what I want. I want like people to like be aware of it. Because honestly, like your poster Like, it's so sick. You know what I mean? Like, it
Yeah.
put a smile on my
sick.
face. Instantly, I was like, this is fucking rad. You know what I mean? Because those memories are so cool to capture, and you guys just, everybody slays it. I love all of our core media group that's on here. Like, it's turning into family.
Yeah, that's so awesome to hear because I feel like I struggle creatively sometimes. Like, just I think that was like my third attempt at trying to create a poster with your guys' cards together.
Oh, wow.
And it was just like trying to figure out how to make it work. And like, I still have so far to go in graphic design, but I know I wouldn't be able to get anywhere without starting. So like, this is my beginning. So hopefully I can grow from here and do some more crazier stuff in the future.
It's already awesome.
You
I'll give you a little-
fucking with them.
What'd
I
you-
would- Go ahead, James.
I don't know. Chad's laughing at me now.
No.
All I said was you fucking killed it. I'm
just
like,
wanna
yo, dude,
give-
you fucking killed it with them. Chad's like,
No, what I'm saying is, I want to give you a little cheat code. If you put James in jorts on anything, it's just gonna be good, no matter what.
That's true.
When I captured that photo, I didn't even think I remembered him being in jorts. I just remember trying to get more pictures of drivers in their cars.
Yeah.
And then, it just so happened. Yeah.
So-
so what's your
Beautiful
reaction,
cut
right? Event's over. You're like going through your pictures. Click, click.
Look at this fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and once I like understood like your guys' like style and how you guys like love like making fun of each other in like really fun ways, I was like, I gotta put this in there.
Oh yeah.
So I knew it was like the
Uh,
perfect like corner
beautiful.
picture to throw up there. Yeah.
See, and you don't even see, that's the best part. So like our whole trip was based around James fucking cutting these shorts.
It was. The
Like
whole
the
time.
whole fucking trip. Oh, I'm crying. It was like, and it's perfect because it captures that moment of, you know, that whole trip in your thing was like, that was it. You know what I mean? Especially TV in the trunk. Like, it was so funny. It was-
Two things James is known for.
oh God.
There
Yep.
it is.
And all we do is make fun of him, and it's that camaraderie. I love that, and that's cool. And to give us, you know, us personally, that was just, I fucking love it. Yeah, thank you so
Yeah.
much, man. Like, it's so fucking
Thank
cool.
you guys. Yeah.
And keep going, because I think everybody would enjoy like that editing and stuff. Like, that's sick. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like a lot of people were like super supportive on that. So like, don't ever doubt yourself, because you're fucking killing it, my guy.
Thank
For
you.
sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
What
Yep,
I'm
you're
trying to do
killing it.
mostly now is like trying to make something that people want to like look at longer.
Yep.
And so like the magazine cover is like perfect for that because you have multiple different elements going on.
Yeah. I'd start hiding some shit in that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Well, there's little numbers in the corner. So every time I make one, I'm just gonna start counting from 0 or from 1
Yeah.
up.
yes.
So your guys, if you might notice in the poster, but there's a really small 2 in the bottom corner,
That's
and
super
on the
cool.
rough break, there's a really small 1.
Oh, that's so cool. Hell yeah.
That's
I mean,
sick, actually.
you could eventually do like a book or something. You know what I mean? Like, that'd be really
Yeah,
sweet.
that'd be super sick to do eventually.
yeah.
I love physical media, and I am trying to do a lot more of it now. So when you guys mentioned the posters, I was like, I have to do this.
Yes.
'Cause it was the
it's-
first time I've
that's
ever
so
done
cool.
large prints like that.
Oh, cool. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick. Honestly, I have a feeling if you did that, if that turns into a thing, you're going to be getting a lot of prints. You know what I mean? Yeah, you
Hopefully
will.
that'd be
No,
super dope. And
you
I
will.
think I like charge you guys cost or like just under cost. So I just like I don't even care about making money. It's just like I just want.
Oh,
you to
don't
have
do
it.
that. You got to make money off of us. Don't tell me that. Now we got to.
You guys are my first one, so like, yeah, you. Got
Yeah, make sure he's a. Yeah, James.
I think it showed up on my
Sometimes I
PayPal
forget.
like a couple weeks later, and like I forgot what the message was, but yeah,
That's
you got
fine.
me. Don't worry.
Yeah, perfect.
But yeah, I
no,
really
that's
just
it.
wanted you guys to have that because like that's just super sick that like somebody wants my work on their walls.
Yeah. No, we love it. We try to support as much as we can, and we hope everybody else from things like this is going to get the message. You know what I mean? Like, support your local media.
Yeah.
No, that's super sick. So let's move on. So I'm guessing here, but is your home track US Air?
That's probably like the closest one.
Okay.
It's about 4 to 4.5 hours away from me because I'm
wow.
like in the Chicagoland, like really not really Chicagoland, but it's like about an hour from Chicago is where I'm
Okay.
at in
Wow.
some really really small town. But the track that I slide my car at is called GLD, Great Lakes Dragway, which is about 100 miles from me, and it's just up in Wisconsin.
Oh, sick. Hell yeah. I didn't know there was any other, like, I don't really, we don't know
Yeah,
besides
yeah.
US Air, we
It's
don't
a
know
skid
anything
pad.
else. There's nothing wrong with skid pads. Honestly,
so-
one of the things, that's another thing I hate is when, like, people, like, put stuff down because you'll see some of the best drivers driving skid pads. You know what I
There's
mean? Like,
some crazy people there. Yeah.
Yeah,
One of
yeah.
the Gleam cars was there last time I was there, so
Oh,
I brought
sick.
my camera, so I had to capture some photos of his car, which was super sick because I think they have some of the best looking cars as well.
Yeah, they do.
They're like, I
They
feel like
do.
they always
They
look
never
like show
miss.
cars that are just sliding out there on track thrashing, which is crazy.
Mhm.
But I guess I mentioned the skid pad part just because like it's not like something I feel like people are gonna, talk too much about. But there
Yeah,
are some final about cars that show up there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want to break that like stigma of like, oh, it's just a skid pad or it's an oval, because like people that've been to Vibes, like they're like, I don't like my local oval, but theirs isn't fully paved and you can design it however you want. It's all what you do with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like honestly, I love skid pad stuff. I think it's great. Like,
Yeah,
you can
and-
throw down extra hard. You know what I mean? Of course, road courses are top notch. You know, that is the best. But skid pads, anything drifting, I'll drift anywhere. I don't care.
Yeah, and there's like a really long like run up that usually the cars line up in, and I
Yeah.
don't hit this yet, but like some of the guys, they'll start and they'll wait all the way at the back, and they'll like do that run up and like enter the track. I don't even know how fast.
Sick.
One of the guys that I kind of know there, said he was like almost, I think, like top of second, like bottom of third in a Corvette, which is a pretty like long geared transmission going into those turns.
Mhm.
So people get some
Moving.
speed there.
Yeah, it's fun. I
Oh,
like
yeah.
skid pads. That's sick. So I don't have to ask this question really because we already know, but we know that you are already starting to do stuff.
Yep. Last fall was my first time ever doing it in
Hell yeah.
person. And some of my friends that do drift were pretty surprised with my progression. You
Fuck
guys
right.
already mentioned, I think, the sim in the back,
Yep.
but I started doing sim drifting, I think 5 years ago.
Okay.
And
Hell
have
yeah.
constantly just tried harder and harder cars to try and get
Yeah.
better.
Mhm.
And so I felt like a lot of that translated. There was still plenty to learn. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't always like if you're great in sim, you're not going to be great in real life, but you get a lot of the muscle memory down really quick, I
Yes.
find.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's wild. I love the sim stuff. We're starting to jump into the sim stuff again, which I've missed it for a really long time, and it's just as exciting. You know, getting doors and sim is just as exciting, but it literally does translate. So every single person we've ever talked to that started on sim that jumped into drifting has always progressed really, really fast. Yep, Chad is I literally bring him up to everybody. I'm like, look at James.
This
it's
is not
so-
for you, Tucker. It's for Chad. All right?
It's so hard. Yeah, that's a long conversation we have to have with him.
Daxton's asking what the sim is.
Yep.
It's just a real basic like
Sim
G27
rig.
setup. It's on I think
looks
it's a
nice.
Next Level Racing 80/20 like extruded aluminum frame, which I would
Mhm.
highly recommend because it's like infinitely modular since it's all just extruded. Like you can put any kind of attachments you want on there,
Yeah. Yep.
and then just a Vizio TV, and then an or OMP like bucket seat.
hmm
But
no.
yeah,
So now I
Very
see
basic.
I see you have the stock G27 wheel on it. Are you ever gonna
Yeah.
put a full size on? Because they started to make really light sim wheels that don't fuck with like the servos or like the belts and stuff. You know what I mean? It's a little bit less oomph for that. So are you ever gonna switch to like the Z style wheel?
I've thought about it, but I think I'm just going to wait and get a direct drive wheel because
Gotcha.
there's been
Okay.
some pretty inexpensive direct drive stuff coming out lately.
Mhm.
Like I think Moza is one of like the inexpensive but good brands that a lot
Mm-hmm.
of people run. So I would like to just get rid of the G27 because it has its faults. It's a Logitech wheel.
Sure.
My friend on a G27 I think just had his crap out on him,
Yeah.
and I've had this wheel for 5 years, and it's
That's
probably
good. That's good.
yeah, the guy I bought it off of on like Marketplace, it came in the box still, and it even had like the Saran wrap still on it. So
Nice.
found a good one
Yeah.
because I think they stopped selling them like I don't even know how many years ago.
Right. Yeah, it's been a while. No, that's sick. Hell yeah. Well, keep kicking ass there and getting out there and doing the live skids because that's really sick. We can't wait to see your progression too. So I'm
Yeah, for sure.
hoping we get to see some videos.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
Record yourself.
will do. Yeah, and I've been trying to record most of my runs on a GoPro, and
Mm-hmm.
after my first event, I was like really reliant on the e-brake, which
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like because you scrub all your speed away and everything like that.
Mhm.
So I would just spend hours rewatching a bunch of the clips I was doing and like trying to see what I was doing wrong. Then I'd go on the sim and like make sure that I didn't use the e-brake as much, and I'd drive like a stock Z. And they even have Great Lakes Dragway on Assetto.
Oh, sick.
So I would drive there and then
Yeah.
applied it. And then my second time out, like it was night and day difference from my first. And
Yeah.
the same people that commented on my first video were like, this is like crazy progression for just 2 events. And the nice thing about Great Lakes is once it gets to nighttime, I was literally like driving off the track, going right to the beginning, driving on again. I probably got like 30, 40 laps anytime.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hot
I
lapping
just-
is the best.
Yeah, only stopping to let the car cool down because the tranny tunnel would get like so hot just
Right.
doing that over and over again.
Oh, that's sick, man. No, yeah, good for you. I love to see, especially new drivers, but I love to see media jumping into it because, like, I don't know, there's just this really, like, you're spending all this effort and time at the track already, watching it behind the lens, and I just think it's so cool to see you guys and girls get out there and actually start drifting. It's, like, so rewarding.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I feel like
super
now
cool.
I know what you guys feel like. One of the people that comes out with us, she does photography as well, and she captured some photos of my car last time I was driving out there, and it's just like, it's so sick to see your car like in
Yep.
motion and drift,
Yeah.
and have
yeah.
that like photo to remember it by.
Yep. Yeah, capturing memories is so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of other media, do you have any advice for up and coming media? So somebody just starting out, or or just any up and coming.
The biggest thing I could think of is just to get out there, just to always be shooting. Even like if you can't afford to go far, like do stuff local, do your own car, even if it's not a great car. My first car was like this really beat up Nissan Sentra. It was like a $500 car, but I would take like nice photos of that thing just to get practice. And so like just keep practicing. The equipment doesn't matter either. You can start on very basic stuff. You can get like Canon T3i super cheap now. So like now's a
Okay.
great time, especially with, well, film's a little bit expensive on the other side when you have to develop and everything. But like to get into
Okay.
film, like you can get some good cameras for like $20.
Yeah, that's
Like,
sick.
Yeah.
I want a film camera to just like
I
carry
told you,
with me.
Chad,
I think
you
it'd
can
be cool.
you can have mine. I have like a 70s
Oh
film
yeah.
camera. Yeah, I don't remember what it is. I think it's
Take
something.
it, Chad.
Might be a Fuji film camera. I don't remember.
That's
but
cool.
it's
I'm down. I want to try it. I want to
it's-
fuck with it.
Yeah. You might need to like have somebody go over it to make sure everything's good. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But there's a little bit of blood, and I saw some weird fluids at the top.
That's fine. I
yeah,
like
just-
foods.
Yeah. You'll be good. But yeah, you can have that, man. No, that's sick. Yeah, just get out there and do it. Same thing with drifting. Just get out there and do it. Get
Yeah.
started.
For sure.
No, that's
You
sick.
can find a parking lot at like one of your local park districts if you need to. That's where I've been finding most of my practice.
It's crazy though, because now like you start doing that, and all of a sudden a crowd's around you, and then you're killing people. No,
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
You
go.
find yourself in the middle of winter.
you're like, oh, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
That's fucking funny.
How did I get here?
Yeah. Do you have any personal shout outs? Anybody that's really, influenced you on the way, or just any shout outs in general?
I mean, all my friends, they really do support my work a lot. And I mean, like, I am not one to like go to an event alone. It's why I didn't
Okay.
go to the final bouts for so long, is because I didn't have any friends close to me that wanted to go up there. So never went, but like it was them that like got me to go out to Grid Life and start doing that kind of stuff. And that's like really sparked my interest into like motorsports photography and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So like having the support there has really helped.
That's
And
sick.
then, like anybody that's supported my photography recently, like all the Final Bot guys, like if you reach out to us and just tell us how much you like the work and like anything you'd like to see or getting any prints, like that always like helps boost us up. And like that is like infectious in a way where it makes me want to just do more and continue to like progress and just get out there more.
Yeah. No, that was super cool. I didn't know Chad hit you up even. Like that's really like neat. That like warms my heart.
Yeah.
I'm not
that's-
that much of an asshole.
Well, I mean,
I don't
no,
like to give Chad much props, but you did
Yeah.
something good this time.
no, that's super
Thanks.
cool. It seems like you have a lot of support because I mean, there's a couple, there's some new faces in the chat like supporting you, and I mean,
Yeah,
like that's super cool. Like having a support network is very important for our mental health, and I think more of us need to reach out if we need that, because I have like crazy anxiety like to travel. Like I can't really travel alone. So I don't know if that's what your problem is with going places alone, but I have like to the point where it's debilitating. So knowing that is just, I have people I can reach out to, and it seems like you do too, and that's really important. So
Yeah, I feel you on the anxiety. I have like a mental checklist I have to go through like every time that I leave the house. Trying to work on that more lately because it really can like affect you. But
yeah,
for sure.
That's super cool. I'm glad you have that support network, man, and I'm glad that you were able to get out there and start shooting because we're all happy you're here, you know, like kicking ass and taking rad photos. And more exciting is you're fucking drifting.
Yeah, it's so much fun. Like,
yes, right?
I obviously knew that I liked it because I was like drifting on Forza Motorsport 4 back when they had Fujimi Kaido. And I would be on there for hours.
Yeah.
Just like on the controller, sliding through the mountains or whatever else. And like, so this is something that we want to do for a long time. Really thankful I didn't do my first thing that I was wanting to do after college, which was to buy a 240 and then build that up.
Starting on so much better.
Eventually, I'd like to get like an S13 coupe or something, but right now, I think like the Z just makes all the sense in the world, just because the engine you can run at rev limiter like a lot and it won't have any issues.
Oh yeah.
The rear axles are pretty solid and usually, from what I hear, don't break as much. And like the car is just really set up to slide pretty easily.
I mean, I don't tell the owner after me, but I didn't change my oil in my Z for 2 years. And I never gave a shit about what's a rev limiter. I bounced it all. I didn't give a shit. I beat the fuck out of my Z, and it did nothing but give me good times, good memories.
They're
They're
very confidence inspiring cars because like I feel like no matter how much I thrash mine, it will keep going. My first time out at GLD, I dipped a tire off track and like slammed the chassis in the ground. My friend said there was sparks coming up from underneath, but I just kept on it, kept my foot on the gas. It came back up off the track and like nothing was wrong.
Yeah. And Daxton, Daxton is right. I would just check the oil and be like, oh, it's a little low. self-changing oil. I love it. And,
About that time.
And your boy Kyle's right too. We'd be really I mean, I told him, I let him know it was thrashed, and he did the same thing, and he kicked ass. Yeah, he knew. Oh, thanks for joining us, one of the Smooth Brain boys, right?
Smooth Brain forgot how clocks work.
I mean, it makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. No, that's super sick. Cool, man. So again, we appreciate you getting on here. We thank you for everything you're doing for the community. I personally wanted to thank you for the memories that you've captured already. It's super, super sick. We're going to have you guys and girls all come back around. I'd love to do a big media blowout where I force Chad and James to sit from like the morning till night, where we just have every single media. No, we would
be so fucked up by the end of that.
Oh yeah, no, it'd be crazy.
One of my friends brought this up in the chat earlier, but I did finally get some stickers made that you can kind of see right there.
Snap! Here, hold on. I got the power.
Hey,
that's like a little holographic.
Yeah.
Yeah, then it's got the Chicago Stars on either side. But I'll be sending some guys to you both to have and then also to give out as well.
No way. That's awesome, man. Yeah.
I just got to put the big order in, but once they're in, I'll be sending them your way.
Sick. Oh, yeah. We love doing the giveaways and stuff. And Caitlin Clusterfuck, we gave away some stuff. Mac, Mac helped us out with stickers. Like, we love supporting it. So for sure.
Yeah, and I have like a stack at my desk from you guys now, so I feel like I got to return the favor a little bit.
We're trying to let people know that if you watch the Pile Up Podcast and play along, you win a bunch of shit. So
yeah, even if you don't win, you just get sent shit.
Yeah. Look at that. Look, he does.
The whole idea.
Hell yeah.
Collection.
Fuck Chad's door.
Yeah.
I don't even have that fucking sticker yet. God damn it.
Yeah, that's so funny. They're actually starting to go out now. I saw a couple posts of people like, they're starting to, they're showing up, which is really cool. No, that's super cool. So if anybody, when you're ready for that, when you're about to drop the sales for your sticker, hit us up and we'll repost that for sure. We'll spread the word for sure. I love it in the chat already.
Everyone's we're winning shit today? Like, I didn't know we were doing contests.
Yeah, that's
Here we go.
Yeah, that's funny. Cool, man. We're going to end on a good note. So thank you so much. if you want to stick around, we jump from here to the green room after I'm done playing the outro. But for everybody in the chat, thanks for hanging out with us. Support your media. Get out there, buy prints. It honestly, people forget that just a share goes a really long way. It's, it spreads the word. So please go out there and support your media. Anybody have anything to say before we leave?
Jesus Christ.
Brian's bitching about the time.
Brian is going to get an earful soon.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Whatever. Just end it.
I love
My
it.
power's going to go out anyway, so does it actually fucking
Dude,
matter?
that was the only other thing I was thinking was that, like, I thought it was just over, so I just stopped talking. I'm like, I was just mad your power didn't go back out yet.
Yeah,
Ouch.
same. Third
Ouch.
time's a charm.
That's true. Well, this time it'll be permanent. So
Yep.
Perfect.
thank you, everybody. We will see you next Tuesday with a standard normal show, and then we're going to announce our guest for the following Tuesday. And who's going to be the next media will be on the next podcast as well. So again, Tucker, thank you so much. Everybody in chat, we love you. Have a great night, everybody.
Bye.
See ya.
This episode is brought to you by the Smile Death Lifestyle brand. That's what this episode is. I played the wrong fucking thing. I didn't even play the outro. But it doesn't matter because we're still having fun. I'm here. This is a Pile Up After Dark. Let's start this. This goes until midnight, so I hope you're all ready for this.